something ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience and the pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f*** is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, though they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mafia, oh, God, what are we going to do with this thing? Bitcoin, wait, hang on one second, guys. I'm missing a light here. Do I look dark? I kind of look tan, I feel like, if I keep this light off. Hang on one second. There we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guys, what the heck are we going to do with Bitcoin here? Bitcoin getting the dump to the downside here for another fill of our volume profile from that value area high all the way down to the value area low. I'm going to be breaking down the price action. Shout out to Robert Says Mustard. Yo, shout out to the mustard. Shout out to Nikki94 Boo for guessing that I had a bottle of mustard on my desk yesterday, which got her some Solana. So shout out to Nikki. But guys, Bitcoin got the rejection from the value area high. We got the fill all the way down to the low, and right now we are attempting to get back inside that value area. Is it going to be likely to get above that level and get our push back to the value area high, or are we going to get a bigger breakdown? And if we do, guys, I want to talk about the lower levels of support that we have because, again, guys, you know we have those higher time frame bearish confirmations, and yesterday we saw that green dot popping up on the 2-day, which was our best bet to get out of this kind of super dangerous situation with all those high time frame bearish divergences. We started getting that 2-day green dot, and now that has confirmed, and I'll be honest, guys, it's not really looking that strong. So I'm going to break down everything for you guys. We're going to take a look at the higher time frames, and then we'll take a look at the local time frames, and I'll let you guys know what I'm kind of expecting here moving forward for Bitcoin. Frankie the Mustard Man, shout out to Tamale. What is going on? But thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Lou in the chat said, dump it to 97, baby. Oh, maybe we could make it down to 97. We're going to be talking about those lower levels, Lou. Mafia ain't scared of a dump, baby, because you know we're making money whether price goes up or down. And as you guys know, we'll talk about this. I did take that short position with the premium Discord, took an aggressive short entry, and we did wind up playing out on stream. And then we were talking about the possibility of getting stuck under that POC and going to the value area low, guys. And if there's one thing that you do with the value areas, guys, is you do not fade them because they are super high probability. Some would say about 80%. So shout out to the volume profiles. But we got Summer in the chat said dip for ants. Yeah, shout out to Summer. I mean, when we zoom out on the higher time frame, guys, obviously this is not that big of a dump for a day, right? Like getting about a I'd say a 4 to 5% dump is usually when people start getting scared. But obviously, when we take a look at the higher time frames, even if we endure a bigger push to the downside, guys, I am not going to be super worried. And if you watch this show, you will know some of those higher levels that are higher time frame levels of support that we're watching. I love our volume profile. Shout out to K Diggity. Thank you for being here, bro. And I don't know if you love him as much as I do, but I don't think anybody loves him as much as I do. Shout out to P. Does said, we ready. I'm holding the net. I'm holding the net. Trust me, it's not a trap. Shout out to P-Dub, baby. Let's go. Shout out to P-Dub. We got Nirvana in the chat. Jesse said, me too, K-Dig. Jesse also likes that like button, guys. If you smash that like button and we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, we'll be giving away $150 in Solana. And we're going to try to do the giveaways a little bit differently today. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. We're going to do it in the live chat. So yeah, stick around. Even if you don't win the giveaway, it might be entertaining to see if this is if it's really cool or if it's an absolute hot mess. Either way, it's going to be entertaining. But guys, without further ado, thank you all for tuning in. Smash that like button. Let's see. Mo Crow says, Frankie. Shout out to Mo Crow. What is going in? Or Mo the Crow. We got Melissa in the chat. Rob the Crypto Snob. Tyler Durden. Chemistry Bro. Crypto Billy. Crypto A9. You guys know who the mods are. Show them some love in the chat. And without further ado, I'm going to take a sip of this Aztec and Cactus Moss Water because believe it or not, I do need it, guys, because I'm feeling a little bit. I'm feeling the Fridays. I got a case of the Fridays here, but let's go ahead and jump on into the chart. Tyler Jordan said, hot mess is the only way I roll, baby. Shout out to Tyler. Me too, bro. Me too. But hey, hot messes are a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and jump on into the charts here, guys. And here we are with Bitcoin absolutely going to zero. Oh, my God. Shout out to Super Snoopy. What is going on, bro? Good to see you. Says, let's go, mods. Let's go, baby. Shout out to the mods. But let's go ahead. Oh, my God. What is going on, guys? They're trying to rug pull us here. Let me pull my face back up here. God, I went live. The light was off. The sign was off. I had to turn that on. Absolute nightmare. Shout out to Jesse. Said stream all night long today. Shout out to Jesse. Yeah, guys, we've been doing like 2.5 to 4 hour streams the other day. Absolutely insane. Pennywise in the chat. What is going on, man? And Darren does things. Giving Rob a well-deserved happy birthday. As you guys know, Rob's birthday is every single day. Hey, we got Hey the Trader. Shout out to you, man. Dropping that rocking that Frankie Candles logo in the PFP. I love it, bro. I love it. Welcome in. This market is so manipulated. Yeah, shout out to Nirvana. Yeah, we wanted the big money in, but now we did let the demon in a lot of different ways. But yeah, Bags in the building. What's going on, man? We got everybody in the chat today. Let's get it. Yo, shout out to Kmart brand shoes. That is the craziest name ever. I like that. But he says, Frankie, can you go get some coffee so BTC can rise some more? Yeah, we might have to call up Satoshi, guys. I got the phone standing by here. We're going to call Satoshi and see if we can get this thing to pump. But let's go ahead and jump on into the analysis here. After how low are we going? Shout out to WV. Lucho in the chat. It's Friday, baby. We know we see Lucho here to rig the giveaways. But Lucho, we changed the way we're doing the giveaways today, so I don't know. Might be easier to rig or harder to rig for you, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if you win. But yeah, guys, let's take a look here. And as you can see, Bitcoin has gotten the drop to the downside here, guys. Now, if you tuned in last night to the live stream, you will know we were looking for the move, or this wasn't last night, right? Obviously, but I did take that degenerate scalp long position, or I don't know, it kind of turned into a day trade, but took the long position here from the low on FOMC. We got the fake out dump. I took the long position down here. We got back above that value area low, which you guys know gives you the very, very high probability for that move back up into the POC, where we had our next key level of resistance. I actually did take a stab at a short here, as we did have the key level of resistance, which was at that macro, or I should say the full golden pocket retracement. Pulled from the high to the low here with our 2 daily naked points of controls, which were also sitting in confluence with that golden pocket. And I did take a scalp short there. It was pretty low probability. We knew this when I took it, but I did get stopped out of that for a small loss. As we know, obviously, when you get above that POC, it's always going to be a little bit of a risky position when you're looking for shorts at a point of control or near a point of control, because obviously, although you can get dumps from them sometimes, we know the higher probability is going to be to get on top of that POC, flip it to support for a full fill of that volume profile from the low to the POC up to the high. So I did take a small stab at that, got stopped out for a small loss. And then we also didn't really have too many confirmations up there, mentioning that in the Discord, saying, hey, I'm going to take a stab here. There's not a ton of confirmation, but we'll see if we get stopped out. We'll look to go to the value area high, where we did get those bearish divergences on specifically the 1 hour, higher highs on our price action, lower highs on our momentum waves. And this is where we got that return back into the range and took, I did not catch the short from the top, but I waited for a retracement here into a local golden pocket retracement, wound up taking that position last night. This was the trade we were showing yesterday. You guys can see if we come down to a lower time frame. we wound up getting a push up into that golden pocket. We did get some bearish confirmations up here. So I did take that, alerting the Discord like right as I was taking it. Like, hey, guys, can't explain, but I'm taking an aggressive short here. I'll explain in a minute. But did take that position, and it did wind up bringing us down towards that POC, and then we started losing that POC during the stream, and we wound up coming down to our target here, which was a local Fibonacci retracement, and we actually wound up getting the bounce. We took that degenerate long position on the live stream yesterday. It was in drawdown for a little bit, but then we wound up coming into profit. But at the end of the day, guys, once you reject that value area high, the higher probability outcome, even if you do get back above that POC, you go from the high, lose the POC, little bit of turbulence this morning, and what happens? We wind up just coming down and filling that range in full. Once again, this might be one of the most undefeated volume profiles that we have looked at in quite some time, deviating from the lows, going to the highs, back to the lows, back to the highs, lows, deviation, back to the lows, back to the highs, back to the lows, right? This is one of the most undefeated profiles we've ever looked at, and we talked about how that was kind of the final target, not final target, but like, kind of the final take profit for that short position was going to be down here at the value area low if we did wind up getting stuck under that POC. Unfortunately, I had already had profits taken here with my stop loss in profit. I got stopped out in profit on that trade before it continued down. So can't complain. Won the trade technically, but missed out on a little bit of extra gains, but that's not a problem. The important thing is that we're making money, guys. And we got that drop to the value area low. And I'll be honest with you guys, right now, we're going to play this as a range, guys. We're going to play this as a range. We're bing-bonging around down here. We'll see if we can reclaim this value area low for a push back to the upside. The one thing here is we probably do have a lot of liquidation sitting up in here for a potential, short squeeze back to the upside. But I will be honest, guys, if we take a look here at the higher time frames on Market Cypher B, it's not really looking that hot. Now, we do have an opportunity to potentially see this turn around. Obviously, we do have our money flow on the daily, which is still trending to the downside. We had our daily green dot yesterday. We are not printing our red dot just yet. But as you guys know, yesterday on the live stream, what we were looking at was this 2-day green dot printing. And if you've been watching the show for a while, you will know that we have all these bearish divergences forming on the higher time frames. This is something we've been looking at as, let me go ahead and hide some of this TA here real quick. I'm just going to go ahead and delete all that. So yeah, if we take a look at this, just raw price action here, guys, we know we had that daily bearish divergence, which has been confirmed for quite a while. We wound up getting the push down, and now we're trying to come back up. But that 2-day bearish divergence was printing, and then yesterday we had this green dot, and we were talking about how, hey, we're getting the push to the upside. We have a lot of liquidity sitting above, and now we're getting that 2-day green dot. That is our best bet to get out of the dodge the bullet that we're seeing here with not only the 2-day bearish divergence, but obviously we also have the 3-day bearish divergence potentially looking to print. 4-day bearish divergence looking to print. 5-day bearish divergence is printing. This is honestly not that great of a sign here, guys, with the higher highs on our price action, lower highs on our momentum waves. Now, again, doesn't guarantee that we're just going to dump down to zero, but with that daily money flow coming out, we have to be a bit careful here because it could cause a bigger drop to the downside, right? 6-day bearish divergence is still printing, and our weekly red dot is also still printing. And what we were hoping for yesterday was that green dot on the daily giving us a push up, and then that 2-day, this little VWAP flip, right? We get the 2-day bearish divergence, and then right as that red dot confirmed, we started printing a green one. But with the way this daily looks, guys, you can see this VWAP is coming directly back to the downside, which makes me think that this 2-day may do the same thing, where we get the red dot, the green dot, and then another immediate red dot. And this would kind of line up with those bearish divergences that we have on the higher time frames, right? These VWAPs are starting to come down. So we start printing these red dots. It's going to be likely that that 2-day fakes out that green dot and comes back over to give us a red dot. In which case, that signal yesterday that could have helped us dodge a bullet would have been kind of a false signal, which kind of stinks because that was kind of getting a little bit exciting because nobody wants Bitcoin, even if it's just going to come back down here to range within our larger profile, which I will pull up in a second. Nobody wants to see Bitcoin back down here in the 90s. Please, for the love of God, let's just go up. It's so boring because even if we do come down to 90K or 93K, this would be like an exciting move. And by exciting, I don't mean like a happy move. I just mean like people will be like, oh my God, Bitcoin's dumping, right? It would be some kind of like some kind of excitement, right? Bearish excitement. But at the end of the day, it would just be the continuation of this trend, which is so dang boring. I want to come up and make new highs, or at least give us a dump that's actually going to scare people, and give us something like, just don't keep us in this range. This is not what I want to see. But higher time frames, I would be very careful. We have about 2 days and 2 hours to confirm this red dot on the weekly, and then really what I'm watching here, guys, is we got to be careful around this daily money flow, because if this daily money flow once again, like we looked at here, and now here, here, although we have money flows sometimes come up locally, right, with a little push up, it is very likely that, the direction is going to continue, right? So if we see that lower high come in again, we got to be careful. Once we cross over into the red on money flow here, guys, this is still just a bearish signal. Of course, we can get the fake out, #bull market, but, we always have to take this at face value. This is definitely trending to the downside, which is definitely bearish and could call for more downside. So we have to be careful about that. And again, this money flow crossover into the red on the daily, if these higher time frame bearish divergences are going to play out, it would kind of all line up, right? This bear div starts to rear its ugly head, right? Daily money flow starts to cross over into the red, and that's where we could see that continuation down. Now, as you guys know, the levels that we're looking down below us are exactly the same, right? Until we wind up coming down and touching them or get some kind of significant move on price here, they're going to remain exactly the same, right? We still have this untapped POC here at about $97,500. Somebody in the chat said 97K. Here we come. Hopefully, we don't have to, but it is a key level. It is definitely a key level here. So we got to be careful. Let me see here. Nightbot, when Lambo? Oh God. Oh my God, guys, we got Nightbot in the chat as a moderator. Oh my God, guys. AI is taking over the mods. Tyler, get him out of here. We're getting hacked. Shout out. That's part of our giveaway here. I hope you learned your lesson. Stop spamming symbols warning. Oh my God, what the heck? Guys, are we getting hacked? What is this? Shout out to Tony D. I think this has something to do with our new giveaway thing. But Nightbot's just out here hiding people. This is insane. This is crazy. This is nuts. It's just hiding random people. This is crazy. All right, guys, excuse the Nightbot. We'll have to adjust that. That's crazy. But anyway, taking a look here, right? Money flow, it's all remaining the same here, guys, as we come to the end of the week. It looked like we could potentially get out of here yesterday, but I just don't love that daily red dot is looking to print, because if we print that, very likely that 2-day is going to get stepped on and follow suit. And with the higher time frame bearish divergences, we have to be very, very careful. Really what we're hoping for here on the daily is a fake out, right? You have to bet against the TA and against what the indicators are saying to call for a move to the upside. Other than that, if we see that cross under the red, guys, super not great. Not great for price action here. Now, again, I want to talk about the key levels of support. We will zoom into the lower time frames to give you guys an idea of kind of what I'm looking at here. But another thing that we have to be careful of is if we come on over here to the 16-hour, you guys know when we look at this larger range, just like we use this local scalp range as a way to look for our next trades, right? We look for the deviations above the high to look to go back down to the low, back to the high, back to the low, right? Get back in here. Back to the high, and then yesterday we looked to go back to the low. We do the same thing on the higher time frames, right? With this main range, we could look at this as, potentially a deviation above that volume profile. And if we get back down below this value area high at 100,800, guys, it could potentially give us that move down to the POC, which is also the golden pocket retracement when pulled from this swing low to the swing high. Let me pull that up, right? So these are still going to be the key levels. I turned off moderation, lol. Shout out to Tony T. Guys, don't say anything in the chat or you're getting banned by the Nightbot. Insane. But let's see. Value area versus value area. Who will win? That's kind of the situation that we're in. But I will say this, guys. As we come down to some of these lower time frames, our 4-hour money flow coming up into the green yesterday was somewhat of a decent sign as well, especially with that two-day green dot printing. And now this is just back in the red. This is super choppy. The money flow has been a mess lately. Red money flow into the green, back into the red. And this is just what we see, right? Like in certain market conditions, you're going to have that happen on certain time frames. But at the end of the day, we are going to lean mostly on the volume profiles here. If we come down to 100,800, which is our previous value area high of the range, this is the key level that, if stuck below, could lead us into this next long position, down into this next key level of support to be looking for a potential bounce back to the upside. But at this point, guys, if we do get into this area, I will say this, right? If we get that move down into this golden pocket POC, we are going to be looking for longs in the premium Discord. However, does get a little bit dangerous, right? Because if we do come up, we still have this major resistance level that we must get above. That is the value area high, right? Because if we get a bounce and we get stuck under this value area high, we could potentially anticipate a full fill of this range. Because if we're not looking at the Fibonacci retracements, which we are going to look at, right? But if we were not looking at this, if I was just looking at this from strictly a volume profile perspective, I'd be looking for this. Once you get accepted back into this range, there is a high probability to come to the POC, lose the POC, come to the low. I don't want to see this. This would be, I mean, I personally don't mind, but this is so annoying. This is just like so much more sideways price action, but it would make a lot of sense. Deviation above the high. We have the 16-hour bearish divergences. There's your confirmation. And what happens? You wind up coming down and then getting accepted back into the range to come down to the low. But the nice thing is, if we do come down there, we have a couple of opportunities to put in higher lows and continue our overall uptrend here when we pull up our long zones here. If we do come down here, guys, opportunity to put in that higher low and continue our overall trend to the upside here. And then even if we get like a wick down here, we have a weekly /786 Fibonacci retracement down here, which could potentially be another level, right? But again, at that point, you really have to start seeing some strong confirmations, right? Or just manage the risk very heavily on these positions because, again, even if we do get a bounce from the 786 or the golden pocket, again, there is a high probability to fill this range in full. And if we had, right, if we were to have money flow coming up on the higher time frames or potential bullish divergences on the higher time frames, I'd be more inclined to look for that push to the upside if we come down here, right? But again, money flow coming out on the daily, the 2-day, looking to potentially flop over, and then again, we have all these like bearish divergences on the higher time frames. So it is really, really hard to say. If we come back down in here, this is going to be a very, very difficult, other than the volume profile, right? If you catch a short position and you're able to hold it from the high back down towards these levels, that would be nice. But looking for the longs down here is going to be a very, very difficult situation as, we're going to have to look for those higher lows to come in at a level that is not the value area low. The highest probability long positions, in my opinion, based off how I trade with the value areas, is going to be at the value area low. So when we look for these longs here, we just have to be careful, right? We just have to be careful because you could get stuck under that value area high to go to the low. But we'll assess that situation when we get there. But I do want to bring up the local levels as well because we talk about this all the time. We know this level's been down here, and this has been the same situation. So I'm going to wrap that up. But we'll come on into the lower time frames here, guys, and take a look here. Rejection on our value area low, guys. This is not, this is just, ugh. Shout out to Cambia. We'll take a look at ETH in just a second. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Good Looks Gaming. I almost said Good Looks Mining. Good Looks Gaming says, another creator stated if we wouldn't be able to close the monthly above 108,000 more downside. Yeah, that could be the case, right? Because this is essentially, right, if we look at this, obviously, right, this wick up to $109,000 was essentially a liquidity sweep, right? A lot of times on liquidity sweeps, you do see continuations to the downside. So could be the case. But, the blueprint for that move to the downside is going to remain exactly the same as what we've been looking at here. But if we take a look locally, I will say here, take a look at the 4-hour. VWAP pretty down here, right? Money flow coming to the downside. At this point, this money flow is super chopped up. It's really hard to say if this is going to be a full money flow crossover. You could look at this as, you have a high and then you have a lower high for a continuation to the downside. So this might be a big money flow wave into the red, which would call for much more downside. But I will say, this is very, very hard to call the longer-term move, which is why I'm watching the volume profiles. Once you get accepted under this value area high, that's where I think the POC comes in. And remember, this POC did get front-ran, right, which is interesting because not only did we front-run the POC, but we also front-ran this wick, which has a lot of liquidity sitting below. And oftentimes, you do see those levels get revisited. So right now, guys, I am, with the higher time frame bearish signals, I would potentially be favoring more of a bearish move to the downside in the medium term. But locally, I am playing this level to level, right? Because, again, when we mess around with this volume profile, we are at the low here, right? So, we could potentially get, this is not typically where I get FOMO short, right? When we took the short yesterday, we were taking the short up here, right? Not at the low. If anything, I would take degenerate long positions at the low, which shout out to the premium Discord. They know I did that earlier today. But the, as of right now, our goal locally is going to be to try to get inside this value area. And currently, guys, you could see how perfectly we are rejecting this, which is we really got to start getting a move here, getting a move on, right? But I will say this, right? The way this it's really chopped up, I'll be honest. This 15-minute momentum wave does look like it may want to print a bullish divergence, which would probably call for a break of this low. So, I am going to let price kind of settle down here. Obviously, took the short from yesterday and took the long yesterday from here. But I'm going to let price kind of settle down here, right? Maybe we kind of bing bong around. Maybe we create some kind of like a mini volume profile. We could find some local context for some other trades. But as of right now, going into the weekend, I am kind of sitting back, letting things kind of work themselves out. But, just locally, you got to get back above this value area low. If you flip that 102.3 level to support, maybe you could get a move to the upside. But again, when you take a look at that 4-hour money flow crossing into the red, could make you anticipate that continuation to the downside, right? And you guys know, this is, if you see that continuation to the downside, this is, really, let me pull this full fib real quick. We have this golden pocket 786. That could be an area to look for a bounce. But again, once we get down there, guys, it's going to be a sticky situation because you have some nice confluence here on the value area high golden pocket. Bada boom, bada bing, right? So you got that golden pocket value area high and then the 786 sitting just below. But again, I don't know. The fact that we front ran this POC is fishy to me. So we don't get the bounce from here and we get accepted in here. You have the 786 at 99.5. But for the most part, you might get gravitated towards that POC. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as of right now, I'm letting things settle down. We had a very profitable week of trading in the premium. So I'm kind of sitting back. We'll see what happens, right? If price dumps or pumps, it doesn't matter. I'll just reassess the situation on Monday and catch those next positions, right? I always talk about this with your shorter term trades, guys. You can't trip over missed trades, right? I missed my short from the top, but what happened? We came down. I caught another entry on the retracement and caught the short, right? But if you miss this short, you could catch this long. If you miss this long, you could catch this short, right? So I am totally fine letting price action kind of develop here. I don't care if it rips up to 115K. It does not matter for my short-term trades. I'll just find another trade up there. But we'll see what happens. Key support down below that you must be watching. Absolutely key. Golden pocket. Value area high. You have to watch this level. 100,900, 101K to 100,650. 101K to 100,650. If you lose this, very, 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 very likely. If you don't get a strong bounce from here, guys, and again, if this happens over the weekend, I'm probably not going to be trading it, but if we come down here and lose it, high probability of the 786, and honestly, still, the fact that we're inside that volume profile, high probability of coming down to that POC. And if this range has not proven the volume profiles, it's like, it's so funny, it's like, I talk about the volume profiles so much, and yesterday I was like, I don't know, guys. Like, if this range rotates all the way to the low again, that would be like, I always say I'll get we're going to drop. I actually said we were going to drop volume profile merch if you see a rotation from the high to the POC down to the low. So Tony D, I guess we got to start making some volume profile merch. But if this does not prove the volume profile is one of the best trading tools you can use, and just auction market theory being one of the best strategies and contexts to look at the market in, I don't know what will. Reject the high. There's like an 80% chance you come back down to the value area low. And again, it's a messy road, right? Trading this is a little bit more in depth, but you get below you reject the high probability you go to the low. Once we reclaim the low, high probability you come up to the POC in the value area high. And we've seen that happen a bazillion times, not only within here, but also the larger ranges as well. We caught this long from the low up to the high, from the short from the high to the low. It happens constantly in the market, guys. It gives you a ton of trading opportunities, but as of right now, locally, I am going to see what happens here. There's really nothing that I'm interested in right now. But if we reclaim this, I want to talk about, what could potentially happen here. If money flow continues to come to the downside, guys, I would be very, very careful of lower highs and lower lows. Let's take a look at the 4-hour real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. You're old if you know Napster. Shout out to Nirvana. Well, give me a gray beard because I'm old. I remember Napster like it was yesterday. And LimeWire as well. I think I slightly was more of a LimeWire person than a Napster person. Napster came first, I think, and then LimeWire. So I think I'm a little bit on the younger end of old people, but I am still falling in that old people category. Let's see. Yeah, you said you were getting it tattooed on your forehead. Yes, actually, I said I would get it tattooed on my forehead if we saw this rotation. And then I was like, oh, I hope no one remembered that. And then we got this move again, and I was like, maybe I'll make a more realistic challenge there, and that would be to make some merch, which is also quite a process. But, yeah, it's insane, guys. I mean, all the videos we have on the channel talking about trading these profiles, it's 100% like the most valuable free information you're ever going to find on the internet out of anywhere. And this is all you need to know. And even if you're a beginner, this is a super easy strategy to understand. Actually, shout out to the mods. If you guys can drop that trade recap that I dropped, I think last week, covering our position and what we looked for, breaking down the trade that we took here from the value area low all the way up to the high and beyond. I break down this trade step by step. I talk about exactly what I looked for to enter, why I was looking at this key level, and I explain the volume profile strategy in full for a beginner to very easily understand and start applying this TA to your own analysis. Let's see. That Bill Clinton message in LimeWire. Yo, if you don't know about the Bill Clinton message, you ain't in our generation. Let's go. Let's see. Shout out to Good Looks Gaming. Says, for real, Frankie, your volume profile strategy is doing pretty good. Yeah, shout out to you, man. I did not invent this, right? I did not invent this. But yeah, absolutely. I would not be trading this if it didn't work. It only takes to go back a little bit in price action to see how well it does work. Straight market manipulation. Yeah, shout out to Chillin. I will say this, guys, lower time frames, super weird candles here. Like, this is super weird. And if you pull up Market Cipher B, the manipulation X's are everywhere. Absolutely insane. Yellow X after yellow X after yellow X, which does indicate market manipulation. So I don't know how they calculate that, but it does tend to give you manipulation to the downside more often than not. Now, 3-minute yellow X's are obviously not going to be the biggest, strongest signal. Typically, when you see these on something like a daily or a weekly, they indicate multiple things, right? They could either indicate manipulation to the downside, which is mostly what we wind up seeing, right? It's usually manipulation to the downside. However, once you start getting multiple yellow X's, right, you get oftentimes as well, with the yellow X's, you'll get a yellow X, a fake out pump, and then you'll see that first dump. But typically the first two yellow X's, in my experience, give you the biggest moves to the downside. And then once you start seeing multiple, 4, 5 yellow X's, it could indicate seller exhaustion. I typically find seller exhaustion by looking at the order flow now, but yeah, oftentimes, right, like yellow X, you start creeping down. Second yellow X, absolute nuke, and then you start getting that third, fourth, fifth, could indicate seller exhaustion, but it does indicate manipulation in the market, right? And I'll just say these candles are super, super, super weird looking. Very, very interesting. But yeah, lower time frame here, guys. If I had to put a probability of getting back into this value area, I don't know how high that probability is, right? You do have your 3-minute money flow trying to cross over into the green here with a 45-minute green dot, which is now confirmed. Money flow coming out. I mean, you don't want to fight money flow, guys. Like, sure, you can get the pops to the upside, but this money flow crossover would indicate that, even if you got a bigger retracement, you would put in lower highs and continuations down. So I'm being really careful here. I'm going to let the price action figure itself out here over the weekend and then reassess. But locally, your goal would be to get above that value area low and then come up to higher prices. However, I would definitely be a bit careful here with your golden pocket retracements, because if you do wind up coming up and that money flow continues out on those medium hourly time frames, I would look for potential lower highs and then continuations down to lower targets, right? Being that golden pocket value area high between 101 and 100,635, and then get under here, looking down towards that 786, and mostly looking down towards that POC golden pocket. So at the end of the day, if we want to continue this overall uptrend, guys, you got to hold this 786. But like I said, it's a sticky situation there because, again, once you get to that 786, you have a possibility of getting stuck under that value area high. So it's a really sticky situation, guys. Sometimes things are like super nice and clean. Like if we got back up in here and money flow was coming up, it would be a super, super, like let's say we came down here and we had some nice bullish divergences, right? We get above that level. Money flow was coming back up into the green. That would be a high probability of coming back up to rotate this range. But this money flow is all pointing in the wrong direction, especially on the daily. We need that fake out on the daily, which, again, I don't trade against the TA. Even if I think, hey, we're in a bull market and that money flow might fake out back into the green, we have to take this direction of the money flow at face value. I've been saying this all week, right? Like, I hope it's a fake out. Could it be because we're in a bull market? Yes. Does that happen oftentimes in a bull market? Yes. But I would be very careful, not only because that money flow is coming out, but also because when you have these bearish divergences here, it is not necessarily a great sign for a continuation up, right? We want to see the opposite. We want to see bullish divergences when everybody's scared. This is these high time frame signals, especially the weekly red dot, and bearish divergence is really not that great of a sign. And then that money flow, if we're going to see these higher time frame bearish confirmations play out, those bearish divergences, right, and it gives us a bigger move to the downside. Let me hide this, right? If we do get that bigger move to the downside based off those divergences, right, what are we seeing on the daily, right? Let's see that comes down, right? What are we seeing on the daily, right? Well, probably money flow crossover into the red, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It's, I don't know. I don't want to scare anybody, but I'm not really loving this, to be honest with you. We got to see those high time frames fake out, which again is possible, but I can't make decisions based off that, right? I got to take what the charts are saying at face value for sure. Shout out to Todd said, Frankie, I used your code, so you will get credit for Market Cipher Perch. Hey, shout out to Todd. I appreciate you for that, bro. I was actually telling the premium Discord today, someone was asking me where they can get Market Cipher, and I literally said this. I said, my goal is to help the Mafia out as much as possible. Obviously, we have our discount code for Market Cipher, which is 10% off. But I will just say, if you could find a better deal, like if they're running a better deal on their website, please go save more money over there. But if you can't find, if this is the best deal you could find, 10% off, definitely use it. It also helps out the channel, obviously. So we appreciate it. Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much for doing that. Shout out to Tony D. Tony D said, giveaways, 10 winners today. Must be active in chat for Nightbot to count you. I will pick 10 winners in a row when Frankie prompts me to. Nightbot will announce, and Tyler will record the winners. Let's get it, baby. Let's go. Anyway, I'm just responding to my own super chat. But anyway, I was responding to people responding. Let's see. Was going to get it, but I longed into Resistance. You were going to get Market Cipher, and then you longed into Resistance. Shout out to, oh, dang. Who said that? Okay, now it's gone. Let's see. Oh, snap, new system. Shout out to Satoshi. Let's go. Speaking of Satoshi, guys, we're going to have to call this guy Firesaw. Shout out to Hollywood. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I'm active AF. Let's go, baby. Chat is popping. Let's go. Wait, what did he say? Yo, shout out to Golden. Yo, Golden, let's get it, baby, on a Friday night, giving us those Frankie Candles memberships, dropping 50 for the Mafia. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Golden, bro. Thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate you so much, and I know the Mafia does as well. Spam those golden emojis, baby. Spam them if you got them. Alt F4 said, best TA, period. Let's go. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Market Cipher discount is 20%? Yo, the code is MCFrank20, not MCFrank10. Okay, that's my bad. Well, hey, save 20%. Let's go, baby. Let's go. GG Golden. Shout out to Crypto Poyo. What is going on, bro? Said, can Trump SFP 2244? We might be able to do that, guys. But this is what we're looking at on Bitcoin. Shout out to Crypto Poyo. We're going to get into the I stay green, Golden. I stay green from Golden. Shout out to Michael S. Yeah, actually, that Nightbot's pretty cool. We can only do giveaways for members and stuff. We're not going to do that, but it is cool that you could do that. Let's see. Dad, hook me up. I need my green name back. And inhaler emojis. Guys, inhaler. What is an inhaler? I don't even know what an inhaler is. I don't know. Like, why do people always talk about inhalers in the chat? I don't get it. Ethereum screwed us again. Let's see. Okay, so let's take a look here. Eric says active in chat. Let's get it. But yeah, guys, this is what we're looking at. This is our volume profile. This is the context. But another thing I do want to point out here, guys, is if we come on over here, yeah, we do have some single prints above. Like, this is kind of the same thing that I was talking about. If we pull our Fibonacci retracements, if you do come up, we have single prints really between 102,995 and about 103,8. Okay, so let me mark. I'm actually going to mark these out on the chart here really quickly, guys. So let me get these single prints. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so I'm actually going to mark these out because if we do get a move up into this level, 102,975, 102, 966, that's close enough. 103,775. Boom, close enough, right? So these single prints, I will say this will be educational for a lot of people. With single prints, they're very similar to low volume gaps. Where are we? Single prints. So when you look at this, right, if price were, and this is kind of how I'm finding confluence, right? So if you pull your fibs, actually that's not the one I was looking at. Let's pull this local fib, right, just because that aggressive move down. I will say this, guys. if we get back above here, remember, the single prints do act as kind of like low volume gaps, right? They could act as resistance, but once you break into them, they do tend to fill very quickly. So if we do work our way in there, we might be able to see a quick move up into this golden pocket 786, which could be an area to potentially, now again, this isn't a perfect setup in my opinion, because oftentimes I like to see these lower highs come in confluent with the volume profile levels, which this is not the case. But if we are just going to continue an aggressive downtrend here and we do get a retracement at some point, somehow we get above this value area low and we get a push to the upside, I would look for a potential quick move up into this golden pocket 786 for a potential drop back to the downside. And then once you lose that value area low, that's probably where we're going to see that bigger drop to the downside. So watch that range of single prints down there, because that might wind up moving pretty quickly. Again, I show this all the time in the premium, right? Because we look at exo charts a lot more in the premium. But if you do work your way up there, this is like, oftentimes you'll see like magic. It's like, right? And the single prints are essentially like low volume gaps. Just like when we look at the VPVR and we have those low volume gaps, we know that the low volume areas is where we see quick moves up and quick moves down, right? Quick move up through the gap, quick move through down through the gap, right? So it's very similar. You'll oftentimes see those single prints within low volume gaps. So if we get up there, you could see that quick fill just like we look at on low volume gaps. But we do have the 786 golden pocket here, which could be an area to look for a lower high. And don't forget, this is also going to be confluent with our little local profile that we have up here as well. 786 value area low sitting here as well. So if we did break back in here somehow, get a bigger push up, you got to be careful around that level of resistance. And then again, like even this gets really hard because you can short this, right? If you find your entry confirmations and you short this, you just got to be careful that you could potentially, you're inside your volume profile now, right? So this gives you a possibility of coming up to the POC and the high. But again, with the way money flow looks the way money flow looks right now, I would definitely be careful of lower highs and continuations down, especially if that red dot prints on the daily and we get the money flow continuing to the downside. It's a little bit sketchy. So just look for that quick move. I want you guys, that's like homework, guys. Mark this out on your chart, and I want you to see, because if it fills, you're going to think it's magic. You're going to see it like magic, right? It's going to be like, right? Absolutely beautiful. Actually, if I pull up exo charts, could probably find a pretty good example. Chat going insane right now. I caught that 786 bounce today. Yo, shout out to TRD Farmer. Let's go. Shout out to Nick Dunn. Welcome in, bro. Welcome in. But like if you see this, you can see we had single prints back here. And then where are we at? Yeah, and then every time you break into that range, right, you get the quick rip up, and then those single prints are sitting right there. So just keep an eye on that. And it will be like magic. This is what I'm going to be watching. Let's see. Better buy your toilet paper if you can find it before those tariffs start. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Anaximander. I don't know if I said that right. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Here we go. It's a win-win time. Come on, baby. Just subscribed this morning. Shout out to Daniel Hadley. Shout out to you, man. Welcome to the CandleMafia, where I show you how to trade Bitcoin, making money, trading whether price goes up or down. And welcome to the Mafia, bro. You just found the best trading community on Earth. Not in crypto, on Earth. And by the way, if you've never traded crypto before, you're coming from stocks or something, you can trade these strategies on anything you're looking at. So there you go. That's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. We'll keep an eye here. I'll set an alert here on the value area low. Let's see. BTC going for those SPs. And we'll see if we can crack up there and push into this level. But these are the levels I'm looking at. But again, I'm going to chill out this weekend. I don't care what Bitcoin does. We had a very profitable week in the Discord, so I'm going to walk out with my profits and take a break. We talked about taking breaks in the Discord today. It's very important. I know and I struggle with this, guys. I know it's really hard to not be on the charts all the time, especially if you're as into trading as I am. It's really hard not to be like on the charts 24/7. It's the one thing I actually don't. It's like one of the things I used to love about crypto, but now I'm starting to like a little less, is that crypto's 24/7, right? You don't want to be on the charts 24/7. For the love of God, it is not good for your mental health, and your mental health is absolutely sacred when it comes to trading. It is a mental game, especially day trading is a mental game, and you need to protect that mental health. And being on the charts 24/7 is definitely a bad thing. I am definitely a victim or a person who's on the charts 24/7, but it's a bad thing, and I'm trying to work on it. So take those weekends off if you can. If you have to work all week and your weekend is the time to trade, then crypto's awesome because you can trade on the weekends. But volume's also kind of weird as well. Set levels and alerts and walk away. And yeah, this is important, guys. Like, listen, like I sometimes have alerts set on the weekend. If Bitcoin does something crazy, I might like make some content or something about it, or maybe enter a trade. But for the most part, you want to take a break, guys, because when it comes to day trading, again, it doesn't matter. And hopefully watching this stream and watching my trades live and all this stuff, you guys understand. You miss this move, it's okay. You can catch this move. If you miss this move, you can catch this move. You know, it's different, right? If Bitcoin ripped up to 150K over the weekend, I'm not going to be mad that I didn't long it, right? Because I could just catch a short or another long position when we're up there. Now, it is different for your long-term spot bags, right? For long-term spot bags, obviously, if Bitcoin ripped up to 150K and I didn't own Bitcoin, I'd be like, oh, man, I missed that. I missed out on that. But when it comes to the shorter-term trades, it does not matter. I don't care if I miss this move. I don't care if I miss this move. It doesn't matter, right? So there you go, right? I caught this long position on FOMC that we showed yesterday. I showed the video of it yesterday. And then I missed my entry from the top, right? I missed this short, but then I got in here, caught this short, and then I caught this long. But I missed this short, right? Because I got stopped out in profit on my short. So I missed this, but that's okay. We can catch a long or we can catch the next short. It's totally fine. Do not overtrade. The less trades you take, the more profitable you'll make. At least that's the experience that I've had, and I've seen a lot of other profitable traders talk about how that's their experience as well. You don't want to just try and scalp every single move in the market. You're going to wind up mishmashing your chart up, and you're going to chew up your account super quick. There had been a direct correlation between the less trades I took, the more money I made, because at the end of the day, if you're waiting for high probability setups, you have to wait for those levels to get hit, and it takes patience. And a lot of people don't have the discipline to sit on their hands and have the patience to wait for those actual setups to come in that are high probability. They just want to try to catch every single move, and that's why most people lose. Profit, what's that? Shout out to Algorand Army. Yo, that's good, bro. Let's see. Bada boom. Bring in the shout out to Rad Capital, said we're pumping into the monthly close. Bring in the dancing lobsters. Shout out to Rad Capital. Yo, too much. Let's see. Okay, so let's continue on here. Nightbot, should Frankie do a 24-hour stream? Nightbot's my controller now. It's like he has to. He has no choice. But let's see. Okay, let's continue on. Patience is profit, Darren. I couldn't have said it better myself. I love that. We should get T-shirts, bro. Patience is profit. Bada boom. Sit on your hands and then snipe when the trap is sprung. Absolutely. You want to set your traps in the market, which are typically at your value area high and your value area low. Obviously, like, you can consider this a trap, right? So if we, maybe I set an alert up here. If we came up here over the weekend and I got entry confirmations, maybe I take it if it's a high probability trade. But you want to sit on the charts, wait for price to come into your trap, and you don't have to sit here and watch all this, right? You can just wait and just walk away, and then maybe you hit it, maybe you don't. But then you're going to think, yeah, but what if it dumps from here? I'm going to want to catch that. Doesn't matter. If it comes up here, you could catch the dump. If it comes down from here, it's okay. You could catch the long. Trust me, for your own sanity, you do not want to be that person like on the charts 24/7. Take it from me. I've done that for a very long time. Trust me, you're going to make more money the less trade. The fewer trades, higher probability, right? Wait for the good ones. Let's see. All right, let's continue on. Let's take a look at some of the altcoins, guys. Let's take a look. Shout out to E-Kai. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the super chat. It says, Jasmine, please. Yes, we could try to take a look at Jasmine. No problemo. Quick friendly reminder, guys. Super chats don't guarantee that we look at your altcoin. You do not have to send super chats for us to look at your altcoin. I will try to remember Jasmine. I'll write it down here. Or maybe, Rob, we could drop that on the list if you were so nice to do so, which he usually is. Something just fell on the floor. But yeah, go ahead and drop those altcoins in the chat. Rob the Crypto Sabo, let us know what we're looking at, count up the votes, and give us those coins. And I'm going to start here with, did you ever put the mustard back in the kitchen? Shout out to Blake. Mrs. Candles actually came in here. She yelled at me. She comes in here and she goes, why do you have to ruin everything? And I'm like, what? I'm like sitting here working. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? What did I ruin? And she goes, and I'm like, I'm thinking she's mad at me. And she's like, you left the mustard up here? Now this is ruined. And I was like, oh, funny enough, not only did I ruin the mustard, but we're actually paying Nikki 94 Boo money because she guessed the random object on my desk. So not only did I ruin the mustard, mustard also cost us a bunch of money, bunch of Solana. But yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah. So drop those altcoins in the chat, guys. Let's take a look at Ethereum, and oh baby, Ethereum going to 100K, guys. Ethereum to 100K by the end of the week. Honestly, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Peak. Shout out to Satoshi Stacker. Yeah, we could take a look at Peak. I actually would like to take a look at Peak as well. Trump coin. Let's check the levels. Shout out to B&E. Yeah, we could try to take a look at Trump as well. We'll do some freestyle requests on top of the list as well. I've said as well a lot today, guys. Oh, let's see. ETH makes me scared of my life. Shout out to Maso. No all-time high for ETH this cycle? Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I don't believe that. I'm sure a lot of people do. The gas fees are so high. There's no way it's going to make a new all-time high. But anyway, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the daily. Obviously, money flow crossed over into the red already on Ethereum. Ugh, that daily candle does not look that pretty, to be honest with you. Sweep those highs. Yikes! Money flow crossover into the red. This would make you anticipate a continuation of the downtrend. Pull your fib from the high to the low. And this is your key level of resistance where you have a high probability, right? If that money flow continues into the red, which it does look like it wants to, we got that green dot. We got that short-term bounce, right? And this is what we were looking at yesterday, right? Possibilities of like lackluster bounces to the upside to make lower highs and continue down. We got the bounce to the upside into the golden pocket 786, which is the high probability area to put in the lower high and continue to the downside. And yeah, let's come down to these lower time frames here and see what we got going on. Money flow is 4-hour money flow still coming into the green here. Yeah, this is hard. I mean, yeah, this money flow is super, 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 super choppy. Green dot on the 1-hour money flow coming up. Let me pull the volume profile here real quick because this is really what we looked at. Boom, right? You have your volume profile right here. Mark that out. You got your value area high, POC, and your value area low. And there you go, right? You get above the low, flip it to support, get a move into the POC, the high, deviate below. Okay, so yeah, these local levels remain the same, right? 32.32 at the value area low, your POC at 33.42, and then your value area high at 33.79. Did we already have this on the chart? I believe, yes, we did. And there's those levels, right? I could actually delete these, though, because we just redrew them. But, yeah, the same exact range as yesterday. If we got above that value area low, what was yesterday was the 30th at, let's see, 30. Yeah, so right here we were getting above that value area low, looking to hold that as support. That opens up your door to get the full rotation of the range, and you get it. The volume profiles play out once again, right? I didn't trade this or anything, but that's the anticipation, right? As you get above that value area low, hold it as support, look for the move up, and there you go. Now you're just kind of respecting this range once again. So key level of support as of right now locally, 32.32, value area low. If you wind up losing this, the next real significant area of support, do you have any confluence here? Let me pull this real quick. Yeah, you don't really have beautiful golden pocket confluence there. So, yeah, I mean, if you lose this range and you come down lower, like all those levels on ETH, like, again, local levels, 32.32, POC 33.42, and then the 33.79 is your value area high. Lose this range, $3,000 macro value area low is your big key level, right? This is your scalp range. This is where you're bing-bonging the day trades and the scalps, right? But if you lose this, the real big level is $3,000, your macro value area low. If we do come down there, right, obviously we would just treat that as a volume profile. This is obviously going to be key support. Now, if we dip below that level, I will say this. I think I deleted the I accidentally deleted it. But we do have the high volume node. I will pull it up really quickly here. VRVP, bada boom. So, yeah, this high volume node at about 28.88 is really the shelf that you do not want to lose, right? So 28.88, right about there. This is that danger zone level. I think I deleted it by accident. Come on. So yeah, this is the danger zone. If we lose that, guys, you could fall through that. And we'll just, so we know, it's a high volume node. So if you lose this, right, that's where I'm probably going to be looking for that quick drop down towards the 786. Whoops. Excuse me. 786 value area high confluence. Pull that up, right? 786 POC value area high confluence, really sitting between 27 and 2,600 bucks, right? Down to that POC. So if we wind up losing that, right? Kind of just repeating myself here, right? But, could get the bounce here on a deviation. That would be the hope, right? But you lose that. Yikes. Daily money flow crossover into the red. Could lose this level. Could cause that drop down here to $2,600 to $2,700. But we don't have to worry about that until we come all the way back down to the value area low. Right now, you have your local range that you can look at right in here, right? And then you lose that. You still have the larger volume profile to look at with $3,000 at that value area low. Yikes. Shout out to Crazy Pizza. Yeah, the nice thing is we're not there yet, right? So we don't have to worry. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, wait, hang on a second. There's the original level, 2888. But yeah, that is, that's the if this, then that. But other than that, scalp range, larger range, and then lose this. Yikes. All right, let's see. Shout out to Nirvana said, Nightbot is such a distinguished gentleman. Shout out to Nirvana. What is Nightbot saying? I don't know. This Nightbot kind of freaks me out. What if it goes rogue, guys? Nightbot said, hey, I'm Italian now. Check out Frankie's Beginner Series playlist to learn everything you need to know about trading. Shout out to Tony D, guys. I love the, the site was down yesterday. Tony was doing some maintenance, and if you go to the website, it's like, hey, we're doing some maintenance over here. If you're looking for sauce, go to the YouTube channel. It's pretty funny. Let's see. Knight is picking winners. Yeah, shout out to Michael S. We're going to try to use the Nightbot to do the giveaways. Hopefully it doesn't go rogue and give everybody all of our money all at one time. It automatically send money to people. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Shout out to Daniel. Says, where's my shout out, Frankie? Hey, Daniel, this is your shout out, bro. This is your shout out. Welcome in, bro. We got Tony in the chat. Hey, Tony, is there any way... Make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, not just to get the free sauce and learn how to trade Bitcoin, whether price goes up or down, but subscribe to the channel because it helps us grow. Smash the like button because it helps us grow. And both of those things are absolutely free. But the this Nightbot's kind of lit though. It's kind of lit. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tony, is there any way to confirm that people are subscribed for the giveaway? Let's see, because we used to do that manually with the way we used to do it. I don't know if the Nightbot could do that, but this thing seems pretty legit. Retro Mike Tech, bro. He said ban Nightbot, bro. That's crazy. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for those altcoins. I'm going to go ahead and pin them to the top of the chat. I didn't almost ban you that time, Rob. I just went straight to pin comment. All right, let's check out ACH Alchemy Pay. You must be subscribed to win because it goes by chat activity. Okay, that's lit. Let's see. All hail Nightbot. Can you change the name of it? Can you change it, or does it have to be Nightbot? I assume it has to be Nightbot. Nightbot will eventually become Frankie AI FYI. Oh God, Frank, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Tony D's AI that he's making of me is high key scary. I'm not gonna lie. He let me test it, and I was low key skeptical. I'm like, this is gonna be gimmicky. It's scary. It's scary, guys. It will take my job. I know it's going to take my job, and we're not releasing it for years. I'm just kidding. But it really is crazy. It really is crazy. You can literally ask it what I thought about. I asked it, what did Frankie say on his last live stream? And it gave a better explanation than I could have given. It knows what levels I'm looking at. And it'll be like, well, this is the key level he's looking at, but you have to be careful at this level because although if we break above it, we could go higher, it's also the macro golden pocket 786 retracement where a lower high could come in at. If we put in these confirmations at that lower high area, that could be a good short opportunity. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. It is so cool. I was so skeptical. I was like, is it going to be gimmicky? It's going to be like, yeah, Bitcoin goes up and down. It's crazy. It's spot on, and it's insane. I don't want to say too much. It's wild. Bada boom, bada bing. Deep Frankie. yo, Deep Frankie greater than real Frankie. I will not be replaced by a robot. I don't know. We'll see. Deep Frankie's crazy. So will Frankie AI be able to make trades eventually? Train it on all the YouTube videos. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. It knows how I trade. It knows, it's watched all the videos, it's taken notes, it knows exactly what we look for in certain situations, it knows all the nuances. It's really crazy. But anyway, let's continue on to ACH. God, don't worry about Frankie AI, guys. It's fake. That's not real. Don't worry about it. I'm not scared for my job to get taken, I swear. But anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. Let's take a look here. So ACH Tether US. Let's take a look here. So yeah, you got your major volume profile here. This is a super, super, super clean range. Higher time frame, obviously. So we're going to start off with this as our base. Boom. POC, value area high. And yeah, is this, let me see something. Yeah, that's about all we got. Okay, so this is your major volume profile. This is a super, super, super key level of support at about 0.036 cents. You don't want to lose that. If you lose it, it opens up the opportunity to obviously do something like this, get back stuck in the range, go to the POC, and eventually go back down to the value area low. Deviate from the low, get above the high, back to the POC, back to the high, or back above the low to the POC, up to the high. And then we rotated to the POC, got the breakout, or another breakout here. However, what I would really like to see here, guys, is a breakout of the range on a fresh money flow crossover into the green, which technically we do have, right? You faked out into the red, and then you came right back into the green, but really what I would have liked to see was something like this, like long red money flow wave, crossover into the green, and then get the big breakout. So, or at least see like 2-day money flow, like fresh crossover into the green. You do have it coming up, which is nice. You do have it coming up, which is nice. 3-day money flow coming up. 4-day money flow coming up. 5-day. Let's see, the weekly green dot. But now we got to be careful of this bear div because the money flow is coming out. So, yeah, those are the higher time frame levels, to be honest. There's not really a ton else that we can grab other than this range from up here. Let me grab this real quick. Let's pull it from here to here. I don't love it, if I'm being quite honest. Overlaps our larger profile, but let me see. This probably is going to get respected. Okay, so let me go ahead and organize this real quick, guys. We're going to go boom. We're going to go boom. Hide. That's not what I wanted. Boom. All right, so we put this in a folder. Put this in a folder. Show this. Okay, so this could be, I don't love this one. I don't like this range as much, but very likely these are more relevant levels, right? Because you obviously have the higher time frame levels, but this would be kind of your local. These would be your local levels. So let's come down to a lower time frame, and you can see how, like, just look at this, guys. Like, even back here, you get up, flip it to support, back to the high, back to the POC, reject, back to the low. And you can see here, you get above, flip it to support, right to the POC before eventually moving up to the value area high. And right now, we're chilling above this value area. So these are the local levels on ACH. 0.044 value area high, 0.038 POC, and then you're at 0.034 value area low. This is what I'd be looking at. Let's take a look here. So yeah, these are the key levels. I'll be honest, guys. Money flows, it's just very choppy, right? Like, this has been like this for the past couple of days, just very choppy money flow. So I'd pay more attention to the key levels. Or I pay attention maybe to the higher time frame money flow, or market cipher B on the higher time frames. Even that red, green, VWAP coming down. So I'll tell you this: if that red dot prints on the daily, money flow's pretty thick here. Fresh 2-hour green dot. I'll just give you this. Let's pull from the low to the high. Whoops. So I would watch this, right? If you get accepted back into this range, this would be a potential area to look for a bounce. Now, again, for me personally, I would rather either look for shorts at the high here or wait for a full rotation down to the low. I don't really like longing the POC like this, but you do have the Fibonacci retracement. And then if we pull from the absolute low here to the high, you do have a little bit of confluence here as well on your 786 value area low. And you have another golden pocket here, obviously. Whoops. But I'm just going to hide that because that 786 would be the better level in my opinion. So these would be the levels I would be looking for, right? If we're going to continue up here, we cool off, get back into the range. Maybe you put a higher low in there. But again, I would much rather wait for a push into that 786 value area low for a bounce. But these are the key levels I'd be looking at. Money flow's kind of chopped up. Super thick on the 2-hour with a fresh green dot. But really hard to kind of do here because we don't have a ton of price history above, right? Like we have like a little price action up here. But other than that, there's not a ton above us. So this is what I'd be looking at as far as the local range. And then don't forget, right, let me grab all this, Put it into the local range. We'll even label it. Bada boom, local range. And then we will, so be your macro range. Whoops. So there you go. That's what I would be looking at on Alchemy Pay. Market Cipher a little chopped up. I wish I can get better answer on Market Cipher, but it's just kind of wonked out. Let's see. I just want the mustard. Shout out to Michael S. He doesn't even want the Solana. He just wants the mustard. Nightbot is the new enemy. I'm not Batman. That makes me suspicious that you're Batman. I'm not gonna lie. Nightbot picking a fight with the wrong guy, because if he said he's not Batman, he probably is Batman. Shout out to Shunzin, says, like an episode of Black Mirror. There you go. There's the New York guys. Black Mirror. Frankie finds out he was all alone from the start chatting with Nightbot. Oh, God. Shout out to Black Mirror. Nightbot plays some pump music. Let's go. Pump it. Let me see here. What do we got on Bitcoin here? Come on, Bitcoin. Push. Come on. Let's see. But I hate Nightbot. Just a chill guy. Just chilling there. Hands in pockets. All right, let's see. Gene Lee said, Nightbot, what will Soul price be at the end of January? Shout out to Gene Lee. I wonder if you could ask Frankie AI that. Y'all do giveaways? Shout out to Blanchard's Bees. Welcome in. Good to see you here. All right, let's continue on. We took a look at Alchemy Pay. Let's take a look at Link. Let's take a look at Link here. Link. All right, so let's update this. Actually, don't think we've looked at Link in a little while here. What do we got? Or no, I guess we have. Let me just check. I'll be able to tell from this. Yeah, all right, so we're holding the 786. I'm going to get rid of this. This is now tapped. That's now tapped. These are resistance levels that we looked at on the way back up. You have your golden pocket 786. We wound up going to the value area high, so I'm going to get rid of this. This is old. So this remains the same. Why do my volume profiles always get deleted? So annoying. All right, so let me fix this. All right, so let me adjust this slightly. Oh, God, Bitcoin going for the, I forget where I set that alert. On the value area low. Come on, Bitcoin. Let my degenerate long come back into profit. I'm absolutely slapped on that trade on my DGen account. But we'll see if we can get it back in profit here. Come on. I'm not going to lie. This 15-minute do kind of look. 4-hour green dot, not even close. Yeah, I don't know if I trust this. I mean, this candle doesn't look that bad. Your 4-hour candle does not look that bad either. Nice little bull hammer there. I wouldn't be surprised if you want to come out here and watch out some of the shorts, but I'll be honest, this 15-minute do look like it might want to make a new low. Just based off the momentum waves. This is wonky price. Guys, this was some wonky price action. The dump was obviously, we've looked at this yesterday for the full rotation of the profile. This was not really that unexpected, right? But this price action has been very choppy, very wonky. This looks to me like you might want to put in a new low and put in a bullish divergence before getting a significant move back to the upside. Hopefully we could do it here. Listen, I'm rooting for this push up, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here if we can get the, it does look like, based off Market Cipher, you might want to put a lower low in here before getting that next push to the upside. We'll see what happens. Now we got to set another alert. Oh, my God. 500K incoming. All right. We'll see what happens. All right. Let's see. Bada boom. Jazz B says, come on, shame on you who's not liking the stream. Smash that like button, guys. We're going for 1,000 likes. If we get 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, we'll give it away $150 in Solana. I don't know. It's been a while. Ever since Bitcoin stopped pumping, we have not been able to get 1,000 likes on the live streams. It's very difficult, guys. By the way, I don't know if there's any confusion out there. I'm not the one that is dumping Bitcoin. I might say when it's gonna dump and then it dumps, but I am not causing that dump. Maybe that's why people don't like to hit the like button. Let's see. All right, let's continue on here. Take a look at back at Link. All right, so yeah, volume profile still remains the same, right? Let's take a look at the. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, daily money flow, unless you're going to fake out. I mean, this is literally the definition of bearish money flow, right? You got the green dot, but this is like, can you fake it out? Can this just yeet back up into the green? It's happened before. It does happen in bull markets, but I have to take that as a bearish sign. Money flow coming out, looking to cross over into the red as much as it possibly could, right? See, 2-hour green dot printing, 2-day green dot printing, 3-day green dot printing. But again, these 5 and 6 days, weekly red dot, it's kind of choppy. I'm going to pay more attention to the levels here. Let's see. I mean, shout out to my, I don't know, maybe a little inverted head and shoulders there. But I don't know, probably not something I would look at. Maybe. A little left shoulder, a little head, a little right shoulder. I don't know where. I guess your neckline would be right. Kind of a wonked out neckline, but something like that. I would be the bullish case. But at this point, I mean, local levels on Chainlink here. Key level of support, 2480. Lose 2480. Look to go down to the value area high, 2423. Lose that. You got your volume profile down below with your POC at 2281. Again, I'm letting the weekend happen. We'll see what we can get. If you could stay above this value area low, though, I would be looking up for a move to the POC at 2558. Other than that, kind of hard to make a call here based off money flow, right? Like money flow is coming back up, but that VWAP's going to come back down. Ugh. Choppy. Come on, price action. Figure out what you want to do here. Shout out to Wick's wife shouting out Pennywise. Let's go. Shout out to Wick 589 and his wife. Wick's wife, Fine 89. Let's see. Link to $100. Link to 100? Maybe. Let's see. Let's pull some extension levels here. Let's pull from the bull market high in 2021 all the way down to the bear market low. Pull up those key levels. That's not what I wanted to do. Boom. 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 Link to 100. Yeah, maybe. I'd probably be looking first at, obviously I would not wait for $100 to sell, of course, right? You want to take profit along the way. I'll probably look at first, right? Next major key level, once you break the all-time high, is probably going to be between $64 and about $85. And once you break above that, between about, 100 even would be a nice psychological level, but really between about 112 to 130 would be the next major Fibonacci extension levels, in my opinion. So these would be like the big targets I'd be looking at to the upside for Chainlink. Once you break the all-time highs, obviously. So we'll see. What does that give you from the previous all-time high? Yeah, that could be doable. From where you are right now. It'll be a nice little 465% ripski to the upside. Let's see. Saturday morning for me in Australia. Shout out to Jay Violet. Let's go. I would love to hear you talk, Jay Violet. Arnar. I love Australian accents. I could listen to Australian people talk forever. It is the coolest accent ever, and also one of the hardest ones to do. The only thing I can say with an Australian accent is Arnar. That's about it, though. LFG Link, shout out to Sigs over Glocks. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Bad monthly close for Biddy. Yes. I would say even not just based off the monthly close. I don't know. It's so hard to say, right? Like, you could have said this was a bad monthly close too, right? But we wound up making a new all-time high. So it's hard. I'll be honest. I take this stuff into consideration, but really the thing I would be more worried about here is if we get the red dot on the monthly. Anytime you sweep the highs like that, it's definitely not a great sign. But we did it over here as well. This monthly, this is, you come up, you sweep the high with almost more of a bearish hammer candle. So this was a pretty bad monthly close in my opinion as well. This one's not as bad, right? If we close it like this is much better looking than this monthly close. So I don't know. Not that this doesn't mean anything. Obviously, it's important, but it's not really the way I do my analysis. This was a much worse monthly close in my opinion. But does that make this one good? Not really, because again, this could be just it kind of shows that you're just sweeping the liquidity above before a potential continuation down, especially with this monthly VWAP, especially with the weekly bearish divergence. I don't know. The weekly bear div is there, guys, and that's why we do have those lower levels down towards 97.4, towards that POC of the range. So, Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe we dump down to the bull market support band, right? Where's that sitting at right now? I think it's like 87, 88. So, I mean, that would honestly call for a rotation of that entire volume profile, if I'm being honest, right? Like this bull market support band, if we wind up getting a drop back into our major range, right, which again might not be impossible, especially with the daily money flow. Give me this dang arrow. Can I get rid of this? Boom, boom. Yeah, so, if we come back down in here, come to the POC. Again, we have the golden pocket and the 786 sitting somewhere over here. But if we lose that POC, come back down to the low, this bull market support band comes up, deviate. I don't know. That might be something to look at. A lot of people will be calling bear market. And again, doesn't mean it's not the bear market, right? That could be potentially, but not my opinion, right? Again, guys, zoom out. Every time we dump, everybody thinks the bear market is here. They thought this was the bear market. They thought this was the bear market, right? And it's just you got to zoom out. Come up to the weekly time frame. This is not, none of this is bear market worthy, right? People thinking this is a bear market is crazy. This is it's so funny, right? It just goes to show how emotional crypto is, right? How emotional people get. Everyone's like, oh my God, 108K was the top. Everyone's getting tricked, right? Now, again, is 108K the top? I can't tell you 100% for certain, but there is nothing. I say this every day. There is nothing on the chart saying that the bear market has started, right? People thinking that this drop down is very bad or this drop down is very bad are just people who bought in at the top, right? Obviously, if you buy in at 108K and it drops down to 88K, you're going to feel that pain, or drop down to 92K, you're going to feel that pain, right? But when you zoom out here, we are in a bull market. The bias is up, right? Until proven otherwise. Massive uptrend. This is, especially even down here, people is this the bear market? And it's got to zoom out. You got to zoom out. No major structure broken here at all. And even you could barely see these moves down. These are we are going sideways here. So we'll see what happens. But again, doesn't mean that 110K wasn't the top, right? But as of right now, this drop to the downside here is nothing to worry about. This is minuscule. This is minute in the grand scheme of this asset. Even this is not bad. But anyway, remember, 95% will lose. Honestly, think about it. Yeah, shout out to Nirvana. That is 100% sure. True. 1 week bear markets would be bullish. Hey, shout out to S Fantasy. Yeah, in a bull market, the dips are for buying, right? And this is how people get absolutely wrecked, right? This is, again, even with altcoins, right? Let me see. Let's pull up, what is it? Maybe Cardano might be a good example. People are like, what the heck is going on with Cardano? It's doing nothing but going down, right? It's been doing nothing but going down if you bought the top, right? But again, you zoom out and you look at this and you're like, oh, okay, well, actually we ripped, what is this? 300%, and we got a slight cool off. People here think this is the top of the bull market. They're like, oh my God, it's going to zero. What's going on? My altcoin is wrecked. ADA's wrecked. It's not wrecked, right? You just bought the wrong time. It's totally okay, right? I've bought at the wrong time many a times. It just takes time to learn that, right? But yeah, just to give grand context, I like to do this, take a step back, give grand context here. At this point, right, as long as we're going to see some kind of alt season come in here, this value area low, once we get above here, likely going to fill this range up to about $1.84. So just keep that in mind. It's very important. Most people, and that's the thing is most of the noise online is all new people, right? They're all like, oh my, it's their first time in crypto. They're like, oh my God, this is my life now. And it's they're like, oh my God, this is getting wrecked. Oh my God, what's going on? This is a scam. And it's not even close. Not even close. You just ripped multiple hundreds of percents, and you really just pulled back to the golden pocket. And this is how people get wrecked. They get to pull back to a golden pocket where you should be buying the dip, right? Again, doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to not break down lower because you have a 786, but it also doesn't mean that this isn't the top, right? But generally speaking, this is not a reason to worry. What I mean is this should be expected after a big pump like that, right? You shouldn't get worried when this happens. This should be expected on the way up. And what happens is people will buy up here, and then they will get that dump. They don't know what they're doing. They sell the bottom, and then it pumps, and then they buy again, and then it goes down. They're like, oh, wait, I was too early. And then they just chew up all their capital here. And then they wind up not buying again until it rips again. You want to buy the dips. If you see this rip to the upside, you want to sit on your hands and wait for a pullback to buy. You don't want to buy as you're peaking, right? I do this in my regular life. I have people come up to me all the time, right? I talk to someone about buying XRP. They're like, man, I'm going to sell. I forgot what coin they had. It wasn't pumping yet. And they're like, oh, man, I'm selling it, man. XRP's doing much better. Should I sell my other coins that aren't moving and buy XRP? And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not, dude. XRP is up 500%. You do not want to sell your coins that haven't moved and buy XRP. What did they do? They sold all their other coins and they bought XRP at the top. And then I got a text message a couple days later and said, oh my God, what's going on? Of course, XRP does nothing but go down as soon as I buy it. And I'm like, I know. That's why I told you not to do it. Not that you should ever listen to me. I always tell them don't listen to me. But it's hard. It's like, could you have bought here and it kept going up? Yes. But for me, you got to wait for those pullbacks. And then they sell down here. And then when they sell down here, they realize their other coins just started to pump. And that's the experience of most people in crypto, right? Especially their first time around. Some people never, most people never get out of that, right? Most people just lose money. Yeah, shout out to Nirvana. Said 100%, Frankie. Such an important point you make there. Yeah, 100%. Like that is what happens to most 99% of people in crypto, right? Are going to lose money, right? I know it's like you see online, like, oh, I made $1 million with this meme coin. I made $50 million with the meme coin. This is 0.00001% of the people. I'm not saying you can't get rich with meme coins. I'm not saying you shouldn't trade meme coins. I'm not saying you can't make money with meme coins. I'm just saying what you see online is much different than the reality. 90% of people are losing their money, probably more than that. And they're going to buy the tops and they're going to sell the bottoms. And then they're going to buy the tops again and they're going to sell the bottoms and they're going to make zero money. Not only not make money, they're going to lose money. And that's why I want to talk about this, right? So you guys are not in that case. I want you guys to actually make money. That's why we're here. But let's see. Don't buy the top, fam. Let's go. Shout out to Net Ninja. Let's see. They become exit liquidity. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's see. We took a look at Alchemy Pay. We took a look at Link. We'll take a look at Peak and Jasmine. Real quick, I want to check on Trump Coin, though. Because as you guys know, we're waiting for the big... we're waiting for the correction. The correction. If you guys were watching the stream last night, you'll know what I'm referring to. Right? Or should we call it a key erection? So yeah, we know, guys, the TA on Trump Coin, the only way to do the TA on Trump Coin is to look at this as Trump's face, right? Or his head, right? We know this is the way it is. You got the hair, you got the face, you got your nose, you got your mouth. And you know, once you get down a certain bit, right? Once you work your way down the body, eventually we're going to get a massive correction. So we'll see. But let's take a look at these levels. We did not get, so we actually Trump Coin took a little dump ski here, getting that dump below the value area low of our range here. Let's pull up the lower time frame. So yeah, we're down below that value area low. We have no bullish divergences here on the lower time frames, no bull divs on the 30-minute. Slight potential bullish divergence forming here on the 1 hour. Let's check that 4 hour. 4 hour no bull div. Yeah, this is, I mean, obviously this is a meme coin, right? Like, this is obviously going to be risky. This might never come back. I honestly would put a low probability on that this will never come back. I mean, it is Trump's actual meme coin. But huge correction. Absolutely. But yeah, this is, as of right now, the only way I can look at this, there's not a lot of price action on this. So, it's kind of hard, right? Like, I can't find any other support down here. But in terms of the volume profile, what I would look at here would be, this is a discounted area. It doesn't mean it can't discount more. But this would kind of be, if I were looking at this as like long-term accumulation, I probably wouldn't be paying attention to this range. I would probably be paying attention to the upper ranges, right? And let me actually go ahead and grab all this. Put it in a folder. I want to hide all this. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard. We don't really have a lot of price action to go off of, right? But, I mean, you could potentially just look at this all as, yeah, it's just really hard, right? Absolute, complete, total rug. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I will say this. Not that I'm saying that I think the top is in, but I will say, remember last cycle? How do we not know the top was in? The literal president launched a meme coin. If that doesn't scream top, I don't know what does. Again, I'm not saying I think the top is in. But that is by itself isolated a very plausible top signal. Again, not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, like, if you just isolate that event in itself, it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, and then we will forever look back on this cycle as just like the pump fun meme cycle that like nothing else pumped, and it was like no real alt season. It was just all the liquidity was sucked into meme coins. Again, do I think that's the case? Not necessarily. It's definitely the pump fund cycle for sure, but I'm not saying it has to be the top forever. But yeah, locally, I mean, the only thing I can really give you guys here is these local levels. There's really nothing else I can look at. I can't pull any levels from the left. So you're just deviated down here, right? Like you might kind of work yourself out. I mean, if you dump from here, there's really no telling where it's going to go. Because again, I can't pull any levels from the left. But from a volume profile perspective, I would see if you can get some kind of structure to build out here. See if you can get some confirmation, look for potential long confirmations to get back into this range and fill it. But these are your key levels, right? Value area low at 24.61. That's the level to get above in order to go to 26.30 at the POC. Flip that. You can look up towards about 29.58 at your value area high. Other than that, I'll tell you, I can't even look at the daily, right? There's no information on this. But I mean, it's a meme coin, right? It's like essentially gambling. So it's kind of hard to put any high probability on anything on this, at least at this point, until it gets some kind of more decent structure. But yeah, not that there's anything wrong with gambling. I mean, I don't want to promote gambling, but let's see. We should have sicked Gensler on Pump Fund before he went. Yeah, shout out to taking care of business. Yeah. Trump and Dump. Yo, shout out to some Thusi. I'm just going to say Thusi or Thussy. Yeah, Trump and Pump is sick. Let's see. Kevin wants to see Render. We could try to take a look at Render. Hawk 2 got like 5 million. Trump got 10 billion. Yeah. Let's see. Smash that like button if you guys have not already. We're going for 550 on the count of 3, guys. Let's smash that like button. What are we at right now? We're going to get into the giveaways pretty soon here as well. We have 475. Let's run it up to 550, baby. In the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Smash that like button right now before this animation goes back down at the bottom of the screen. Before that goes away, get it up to 550. Oh, we didn't do it. Actually, I don't think it updated. We'll see if we do it. We're at 476. Can we get to 450? Come on, let it update. Let it update, baby. We're giving away some crypto in a few minutes here. Let's see. Scotty the Bull says, I've got gray X's. I don't know what that means. Shout out to Scotty. Smash that like button, guys. We got 800 and something people in here. I think we can do it. Let's see. Melina. Thought about buying more Trump coin, but we will see if it dips more. Shout out to B&E. Yeah, we'll see. Real gamble might be a good one, though. Yeah, it is. It's hard to say, right? Like, if it rips, it's like kind of like, why would I not buy the president's meme coin? Kind of hard. It is really hard. I will tell you this. Like, if I buy this down here, I'm not saying I wouldn't. If I buy this down here, I'm buying that with money that I do not care about losing, right? If you get back up to the high here, like even if you just go back, like even if you go to $100, like this is another thing you have to realize, right? From where it is right now, if it rips up to $100, it's a 331% move. It has a pretty high market cap now. So it doesn't mean it can't go higher than that, but is it the best opportunity ever? Probably not. Probability wise of getting a push to the upside, like maybe it's a decent a decent opportunity. But as far as like percentage gains, if you're going to gamble on a meme coin, you might as well go full degen and go for the 50 and 100 X's, in my opinion. Be a little less, you probably get wrecked a little bit more, but way more reward. Let's see. Shout out to Gino says, prove that you're human by showing hands with less than 15 fingers. Due to technical difficulties, I can't fully show my hands open. I can't do that just because the camera is broken and bears divergence. I can't show my hands. Sorry. Anyway, I crashed, so now people are crying there. They will soften up a few more people and then pump it up again, I think. Yeah, taking care of business, not impossible. Oh, taking care of business, by the way. I did see your chat. You said it's my first day in crypto. And I was like, oh, welcome to crypto. And then I read that you were joking and you've been in crypto for like 10 years. So shout out to you, bro. I did see that. All right, let's continue on. I saw them. You're good. Okay, shout out to Gino. Woo. All right. I thought I was going to get caught there. But anyway, let's continue on here. Let's take a look at Jasmine. Bada boom, bada bing. Take a sip of that Aztecian. Real quick, what's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin still just no alerts, no nothing. Come on, Bitcoin. Oh, did we not get alerted of breaking that high? What the heck? The heck is going on here? Didn't even alert us. We're going to have to go ahead and put it up here. Should I begin the drawing process? One winner every 30 seconds. Not yet, Tony. Not yet. In a few minutes. We're going to run up on Jasmine and Peak real quick. Let's take a look at Jasmine, or Jasmine, as somebody Jasmine. Shout out to Dave. Anybody watch the show Dave? Somebody Jasmine. That's not what he says. He says something much worse. All right, let's take a look here at Jasmine. I'm long overdue for a hat. Shout out to Gen Z. I think you deserve a hat, bro. I'm rooting for you. I will fight not Nightbot. Yo, Batman ain't taking this Nightbot stuff. All right, let's see. Ugh, man, I don't love these ranges, man. These ranges are they're just ugly. Brother. What's that? All right, let me pull up. Let's pull up some naked points of controls here on Jasmine. Let's see. All right, you got a weekly MPOC sitting right here. Weekly MPOC sitting right here. Pull up the monthlies. Got a monthly MPOC right here. That's going to be a significant level there. Monthly MPOC. We got the dailies. Pull up some dailies. Daily MPOC. Smash that like button, guys. We're going, we got 542. Let's go for 650. I think we could do it. Tony D, they have to like for the giveaway? Is that true? Daily MPOC. That one's not confirmed. And then we got another 2 dailies up here, which I will mark out. Okay. So now we have some kind of key levels. And again, I wish I could pull like a cleaner volume profile here, but I'm really just stuck to like looking at this as a volume profile. Boom. And then we got the value area high. Or sorry, value area low. Got your POC, and you got your value area high. So that is range number 1. You don't really have anything that you can pull here, unfortunately. Can't even really pull this as a range. I mean, I guess you technically could look at this as a deviation. That's super, super hideous. I hate that. So, yeah, I would look at this. Let's see. Shout out to Ziva said, I don't know if I trust this Nightbot. Is there a happy fun bot? Yo, is Nightbot an evil bot? I don't know. Potentially. But yeah, let's take a look here. Let's pull our fib from the low to the high. I mean, we're holding above that 786. Didn't hold the golden pocket, came down to that 786. I wish I could look at a better range here, but I'll be honest, there's not really that much there. Let's pull up the VPVR. Yeah, I mean, this is a huge level of support. Super high volume node. You have your POC, 2 weekly and a monthly naked point of control. I mean, this is a huge range to look at, but this is super important support. If you do come down, you really want to hold this POC high volume node with these weekly and the monthly naked point of control. That's a huge level. This is coming in between about 0.021 and 0.019. So, I'm surprised we didn't come down to tap that, to be quite honest. Let me get rid of this golden pocket because this golden pocket is tapped. Boom. So, yeah, I mean, you could potentially pull this little local range here, but it's not really clean. Key support down below would definitely be sitting down here. If we get another drop down and a lower low, I'd be looking at this blue box for significant support. Once you lose that, your next major stop, if this volume would load, Nightbot, be gone. Let's see. Shout out to Todd. Said, do you have a video on the volume that you pull all the time? Shout out to Todd. Yes, we have. Check out the beginner series. We have a ton of tutorials on all the volume profile theories and strategies that I use. Oh my God! Shout out to Michael Snelling. Said mall plane crash into Philly Mall moments ago. Yo, what is up with planes? That is so sad. What kind of plane was it? Was it like a commercial airliner? Yo, Nightbot is the Terminator of bots is crazy. Small plane crashed into Philly Mall moments ago. Okay, it was a small plane. That's crazy. Even commercial planes there's a lot of crazy stuff. That is insane. I gotta look that up. Oh God, Jay, that's crazy, man. Dang. Jeez. It always happens in sets. Like something is in the air. So sad. Yeah. All that stuff happens at one time. That is insane. Do I have a video for a beginner? Shout out to T-Top. Yes, we have a whole series that will bring you from knowing nothing about the charts to not only how to do TA, but how to actually find nice trades and actually how to use the exchanges and trade as well. So yeah, check that out. Let's see. Okay, so let's continue on here. Yeah, I wish this is just a super choppy chart on Jasmine. I wish I could give like a better. Yeah, I wish I can give like a cleaner kind of analysis here, but like that's your next key level down below. If you do continue up, I mean, I would probably be inclined to pull this as a range. Not even, man. This is so ugly. So this will be your next volume profile above. So this is your resistance. This is your value area above. Value area low, POC, value area high, and then whoops. So yeah, your hope here would be to stay above this. Not only, Jesus, look at this. This thing is oh my God, this thing is holding on for dear life. It's like no. I want to go back up. So yeah, you can see that is a nice level. So if you hold above this value area low, get above that POC. That's your doorway up to about 0.038. If you lose this, I will say, probably going to be looking down towards this daily naked point of control. If you can't hold that, again, I would be looking down towards this massive high volume node that we have down here between about. I would even include the value area high, 0.02, all the way down to about 0.019. So that's what I'm looking at. There's not really much else I can do here. This is pretty ugly price action, just grinding to the downside. But that's your local range to the upside. Get a move down. This is your range to the downside. All right, let's see. Yo, shout out the stupid Bitcoin said Nightbot and I are a thing. Yo, shout out the stupid Bitcoin. Nightbot's already dating the mafia. This is crazy, Nightbot. Let's see. Yo, Jesse said smash that like button for good night bot. Yo, shout out to Jesse. I'm my hero said Frankie needs to finish his TA so we can nightbot and chill. Yo, let's get it. The best TA. Shout out to My Road to the Moon. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you, bro. We're here every weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're at 573 likes. Can we get it to 650? I think we can. Yo, Satoshi said Nightbot. How could you? I thought we were special. Oh God. All right, let's continue on here. All right, let's take a look at Peak. I assume this is PEAQ. Peak is not a thing, right? Or oh God, do they Peak Mines? Or are we looking at Peak? I assume it's Peak. This Peak. Yeah, this I'm not even going to really spend a lot of time on Peak just because this thing is just still in the same exact situation, right? We're just hovering above this next key level. High volume node sitting at about 0.30 or 30 cents, as some people call it. This is your next high volume node. Once you break below that, you have this next zone down here between about 28 and 26 cents. At that point, my DCA is pretty much at break even. But other than that, I mean, I think we've lost all significant fibs. No, maybe we haven't. Yeah, so I wouldn't hate this, right? Like if you come on down to this 786, this is a key level. High volume node /786. Lose this, I'd look to come down here between about 28 to 26 cents. After that, again, this is like another hard chart to read, right? Because we basically just ripped up ranged around a little bit here, and then just rip right back down. This is disgusting price action. There is no trades to be had in here. But as far as, if we come on down to this 786, I might maybe pick up some more from my spot bag on peak. And even if we come down here, I mean, I'm basically a break even if we come down here. But, yeah, those are the next key levels to the downside. Other than that, really hard to read, right? Like, this money flow is unintelligible, right? Like, just nasty red trying to come into the green. Just it's as gross as this price action is. So there's really no structure here. It's we've just been like melting to the downside. Take a look at the higher time frames. That's the other thing too. We don't have a ton of information on peak either. Red money flow crossover into the red ever since here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continue down, to be honest. But other than that, I would keep an eye on these key levels. Screenshot those. Screenshot those if you want them. High volume node. If I pull up the VPVR. Right? These are just spikes in volume, right? And then, once you lose this spike in volume, yeah, you got a bunch down here, right? Pretty big gap. Come on. There we go. Yeah, once you lose this high volume node, come on, give me the dang volume. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you kind of got like there's kind of a bunch of support down here. I mean, this is the next significant high volume node. I would hope to hold this. If we lose it, these are the next levels, right? But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hopefully, we could just come on down to the 786 and bounce, or come on down to this high volume node and bounce. But those are the next key levels that I would be looking at. Shout out to Wick589. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, if Nightbot was Fightbot, it would have crashed by now. Or Flightbot. Oh my God. Shout out to Wick589. Yeah, that is Blacksmith said too soon. Edgy. Shout out to Nirvana. Yes. Shout out to Andrew says Pengu. Yeah, we could take a look at Pengu. Let's do that. Real quick. Pengu to 0. Apparently. Let's see. Bada bing. Yo, shout out to Thusi says, too soon, Brody. Too soon. Yeah, that is a wild super chat. But shout out to Wick589, our poet, our most famous poet that I don't even want to look at Pengu. Yeah, shout out Pengu, terrible chart. Yeah, this is, I'll be honest, my thought process, I don't own any Pengu. I wanted to pick up some Pengu, and I still might pick some up, but I will just say this. I am bullish on the idea of what Pengu is and what they're doing. As far as the chart goes, once we lost this volume profile, very big, I feel like I'm all over the place right now, but once we lost this value area, it's very hard to find like where we're likely to go next, because there's literally there's no real telling how low you can go, because there's nothing underneath us other than this giant candle. So it is really, really, really hard. So it's hard to know like where this is going to end up. But I still, like, unless something fundamentally happens to the project, it still could wind up being bullish. But this chart is absolutely gross. But it's not unexpected that once you lose this value area, that you just kind of absolutely nuke from there, like from here to here, 45%. Yeah, that is it's really hard because there's just nothing underneath you. What do we pull the VPVR on this? Yeah, I mean, that is, if you look at it before those candles, you can see, come on, volume, right? So this is what it looked like before we came down there, right? So like once you lose this low here at about 21.022, there's really nothing underneath you, and that's where that quick drop winds up happening, right? And now we're starting to build up some volume down there, which is giving us that high volume node. So I will say this, if it does recover, right, and we get above this shelf in volume, you could recover pretty quickly, right? Because you have now this giant volume gap above you. But again, kind of hard to say. I would probably want to wait for price action to develop a little bit more. You got a daily green dot and no information on the higher time frames. That's what makes this really hard, right? There's not a lot of price history. So it's really hard to get like a longer term outlook on this, just because of the lack of history. But once you get above this high volume node, things could get moving pretty quickly back through that gap. So, let me just take a look at Solana really quick. You're like, why is he pulling up Solana? This is super weird. But I do just want to see kind of what the volume looked like when we went to 0. So I'm actually going to, will this VR work with bar replay mode? Potentially, maybe not. Of course it won't. So let me just pull this up. This is going to look a little wonky because I'm going to have to like move this off the chart. Come on, visible range volume profile, just work. There we go. So here is where Solana wound up going down to $8, or some people like to call it $0. I'll try to pull it down like this. This is kind of the situation that Pengu is in. Come on. Where, like once you got that big drop, $35 to $8, right? Above that is this huge low volume gap up to about $90. And price fills that very, very quickly. It's really hard to do because it doesn't work in bar replay mode, so I have to like move the chart over here. But you do wind up having the pretty big gap, right? From where is it to about $90, right? So from here all the way down there, right? And again, it looks a little weird because I have to hide the price action. Come on. All right, impossible to show, but kind of similar, right? Like once you break back above this low volume gap, you can get the quick fill. Break above this high volume node, get the quick fill. So could see something like that, right? This is crazy. I longed the bottom on this on 3x leverage pre-leverage tokens. Low key a gamble, but it wound up paying out in a big way. My average entry price on Solana, I think, is $30. I think my average entry, I bought all this down on Solana. Let's see. Bada boom. Hey, Mr. Candles, could I please have your opinion on the Caspa chart? Thanks, brother. Shout out to Jen Friend. Yeah, we can take a quick look at Caspa, and then we're going to get into the giveaways, guys. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. Caspa. Well, I will say this. You got danger down below. I will tell you that. Beautiful volume profile up here in this nice, perfect, pretty little range. This is much different than a lot of the other things that we just looked at with nasty charts, like Jasmine, just very hard. Not nasty as in bearish, just nasty as hard to read. But you got your value area low, your POC, and your value area high with a massive volume gap down below, leading you down to about 0.05 cents, or just 5 cents, as some people like to call it. Massive gap here, guys. Massive gap. That's a local golden pocket. This is your low volume gap. Massive gap there. You do not want to lose 0.094 or 9 cents, as some people call it. This is absolutely key. If you lose this level, Caspa is going to 5 cents, which is going to be, from that level, a loss of 43%. Do not want to break in there. Now, you do have some higher volume nodes in there. You might stick a little bit, but for the most part, massive volume, huge gap. Definitely want to be aware of that. Quick moves up oftentimes lead to quick moves down, right? So I'm not going to mark that out permanently, but you just definitely don't want to lose this level. You lose these lows, could be breaking into that gap for a meltdown to about 5 cents. Other than that, though, just because you have a gap down below doesn't mean you have to go fill it. But are you going to Bart Simpson here is the question. Like, biggest Bart Simpson ever. Evil Bart Simpson. Hard to say. But we take a look at the higher time frames. Money flow trying to come up into the green here on the 5-day, 6-day. Money flow's chopped up. But let's check the weekly maybe. Weekly money flow coming out. I mean, this is not the best sign. This is really not the best sign. Like, weekly money flow coming out is more of a, honestly, on altcoins, it's a little more volatile. On Bitcoin, it's a pretty big sign of a bear market, to be honest. I mean, this thing pumped from 2022, 16,000%, right? So I don't know. I'm not saying this is the bear market, but this is definitely not a good sign from a binary perspective. It's not that it can't come back up into the green. And like I said, altcoins typically are a little bit more volatile when it comes to money flow, but that weekly money flow crossover into the red occurs. It wouldn't be good, especially with that huge gap down below, right? Like, that would be a huge gap to fill. With the money flow would be correlating with that. So let's check out the daily. Daily money flows chopped up. 12 that's chopped up. That's chopped up. That's chopped up. Ugh. So I'll just give you these levels. Money flow is an absolute mess right now. But let's see, 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, this is your range, right? You're above the low. You went for the high. You're back to the POC. Key levels right now, value area low, 11 cents. POC at 0.118, and then your value area high up at 16 cents. These are the local levels to watch. Once you lose this value area low, you just got to be careful that you don't lose that key level once again. Come on. Once again, sitting at 0.094. But right now, you're holding that 786. The hope here, if money flow was coming up, would be to hold that 786 and break the high into the value area high. But again, money flow does not look pretty. Money flow is just completely confused. So I would just say hold that 786 POC is your best bet for a continuation up. Again, I don't know how probable that is based off how wish-washy money flow is right now. But you would want to hold this. If you lose it, value area low, 11 cents is your key level. Lose that. Come on down to the key shelf of volume sitting at 9 cents. Lose that. This thing might take a huge dump. But you're pretty far away from there. Until then, right, like we're not really necessarily worried about losing this until we wind up decisively losing this range. So, even if we come back down to the value area low, you could get back in, come back to the high. You just got to be really careful. If you come down and start playing with this level, you lose it. Things could get very ugly very fast because of that low volume gap. Just keep that in mind. So there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and shout out to Nick Dunn. Shout out Tony B. Guys, Tony B? Why did I just say Tony B? I've known Tony D for over a decade, and I just call him Tony B. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and start to do these giveaways at Tony D. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I don't know how this works, guys. I'm a complete noob here. I have no idea. Shout out to Jen Friend. Said, absolutely fantastic. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated. No problem, Jen Friend. I appreciate you for being here. So here we go. We're going to do the giveaways, guys. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. I don't know how this works. I think you're supposed to spam the chat. I don't take my word for it. The sign is not supposed to be part of the giveaway, guys. He's trying to join the giveaway. He's like, come on, I want to join. I want to join. Not today, sign. Not today. Let's see. Oh, my God. Spam it, baby. I don't know. Again, I don't know how this works, guys. Oh, wait, hang on. Rob the Crypto Stomp said don't spam. Okay, so never mind. Don't spam. Or you can't win a giveaway. I don't know how this works. We're going to see. We're going to see how this works. I think it's just good. Okay. Tony D said, do not spam the chat. We need to see the winners so Tyler can record. Okay, got you. So you don't have to spam the chat. I think, okay. Yo, because I can bump it, put a literal can of spam in the chat. I love that, bro. Shout out to Koozie Can, bro. Where's my koozie? I'm getting my, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go get this koozie. Should we add a koozie to the giveaway? Shout out to Koozie Can, or because I can't bump it. We got these Aztecian Cactus Moss Water koozies. Perfectly fitted for Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. Look at this. Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. How cool is that? Let's go, baby. With the Frankie Candles logo. I love it. I love it. We got a bunch of random stuff in the studio. We should just start giving it away. I have a Frankie Candles University t-shirt. All right, let's see. If you ain't liking, you ain't trying, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Peace Walker. Let's see. Okay, Tony D said, Tyler, are you ready? I'm really curious to see how this happens, guys. Yo, Nightbot said stop spamming chat. I'm going to start dropping winners. Okay, so here we go. We need silence in the chat. Silence in the chat. Except for, we're going to have silence in the chat except for, I don't know. Let's play some, should we play some music?
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk.
All right.
Try and press the kid and read it, you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park.
So how does it, yo, Jeopardy music is crazy. All right, so does, Huh. Are you ready? Shout out to Gay Diggity. So yeah. So I think it maybe drops one every 30 minutes. I mean, every 30 seconds. Sorry, not 30 minutes. 30 minutes would be crazy. All right, future profit. Let's see. See if another one pops in. Oh, shout out to Pity the Fool. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to Pity the Fool. I think it's just going to drop one every 30 seconds, guys. Let's go. Shout out to Pity the Fool. BTC reversal. I hope so. I hope so. Is my long going to be in profit now? Oh, not quite. Not quite. We got to push a little harder than this. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. Push up. Push it. Push it. Shout out to Texas Twister. You just want a giveaway. Let's get it, baby. Hey, this is nice. This is like giveaways on autopilot for me. Let's see. How do we win Grandmaster Ape? This is our first time trying this. It's absolute chaos. Shout out to Colin Maxwell. You just want a giveaway. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I can record these winners. This is not bad. I like this. This is so much easier than the other way. I think you just got to be in chat, I believe. We're testing this. This is an absolute, an experiment. This is an experiment. Does the bot know how to count? Yeah, that's the one thing. I don't think the bot can count. It can do all these advanced algorithms, but I don't think it can count. Shout out to Satoshi Glakamoto. Let's go, baby. You just want a giveaway. This is nice, guys. I don't even have to open up any of the giveaway pick. I can relax. Here. This is nice. This is nice. I like this. I wish I had music planned here. I only have music with lyrics. I wish I had some instrumentals. Shout out to Andrew JC17. You just want a giveaway. Let's get it. And they're all in chat, so this is nice. You have to be in chat to win the giveaways now. So this is like a, this is awesome. I like this. This is easy. This is actually simple. Like, shout out to Tony D. Yeah, we can just come back into chat and record these winners. This is super easy. We should look for the Nightbots. Congratulations, James Widener. Shout out to James Widener. You just want a giveaway. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Come on, baby. This is super easy. How do I know? Shout out to Satoshi Glakamoto. You got called for a giveaway. I believe you won. Shout out to Dean. Dean just won the giveaway. Let's go. That's fine. I could send you guys these. I'll be able to find these in 2 seconds after the stream. Let's see. Trump coin is pumping. For real? Oh my God, it is pumping. Kinda. Congratulations, Ty. You just want a giveaway. Let's go. Trump and dump. Let's see. Am I the only person who can see it? Shout out to Mountain Magnets. Let's go. Mountain Magnets just won a giveaway. This is nice. I'm chilling. Yeah, shout out to Sochi Nakamoto. You won, dude. You won. I don't know why. I guess no one else can see the winners. I see them. Pick me. Shout out to Maso. Come on, baby. Come on. Shout out to Jason. You are in. You do not have to enter. You are in. You are in chat and you are in here. Shout out to Back to Lobby. Yo, shout out to Back to Lobby. You just want a giveaway. It's a fire name. Let's see. Me. Shout out to Lucho. Yo, this is crazy. I'm just gonna wait. I guess it drops it every 30 seconds. I guess eventually we'll know it's over because it won't call them anymore. I want a hat. Shout out to Andrew. We're not giving away hats today. We're giving away Cardano today. But if you go to frankcandlestraight.com, you can get one. Or if we hit 1,000 likes one day, again, if we hit 1,000 likes, we'll give away some Frankie Candles hats. Let's see. Yo, that Bitcoin jack-o'-lantern's fire. Bro, this is crazy. Shout out to Gen Z. Okay, I think that's it. It hasn't called one in a while. I guess that is all 10 right there. What did I win? It's done. Okay, yeah. That is, let's go. It's not every 30 seconds. Oh, weird. That's weird. I just saw one come through every once in a while. Seemed like 30 seconds. Frankie cooking in the kitchen with that sauce. Shout out to Terry. Let's go, baby. What is going on, bro? Let's see. It's whenever I hit the button. Oh, all right. Damn. That Tony's just like he's just sitting there. He's like, you win. He doesn't pick who wins, but he's just like, winner. I wish it was that easy when we did it before. But it was, this is, did I win finally? Shout out to Jeans. We got to disable chat for this next week. Maybe we'll just change the way we do it. I don't think we could just disable chat. That's crazy. Let's see. Bada boom. Hit me with the beeper. Shout out to Ash. But there we go. Okay, so let's see. So Tony, how do they claim? We could have just turned slow mode on too. So Tony, how do they claim? We'll see. I'm about to stay up all night finishing this Aztecian and Cactus Moss Water. Okay, yeah, so they still have to claim in the Discord. But how are they going to do that if they can't see that they won? That is difficult. I knew this was going to be chaos. Let's see. Channeling that Oprah vibe. Shout out to P-Dub. Yo, Chewy said, I don't even want Ada. Shout out to Chewy. You could give it away to somebody else. You could pass it on to another Mafia member. Justin said, you mean slow mode wasn't on? Let's see. I was able to see the winners. Shout out to Lucho. We could see the winners Nightbot is picking. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there you go. So if you get announced from Nightbot as a winner, you're a winner, and you can just go to this same way as last time, right? You just go to the Discord, go to the help center, and then so go to the Discord or the free Discord and go to the help center and click I want a prize. I think it's like a button that says I recently won a giveaway. You click that, and then that will get you in. So if Nightbot called your name in the chat, you want a giveaway, get in there, and we will send you some free Cardano. We may have to change this slightly the way we do it next week, but we're trying to change it up. We're trying to make it a little bit more efficient. Genzi said Tony is fast. Tony is the epitome of, if you've ever seen that GIF of like someone like hacking and there's like a million windows popping up and they're typing at the speed of light. That is literally the definition of Tony. Yo, shout out to Michael Snelling said, wait, we don't all win? How anti-millennial. Oh, okay, we missed last week's giveaways too, so we actually have 20 giveaways, so we got another 10 incoming here, guys. Let's go. If your name is called by the chatbot, go to the free Discord and go to the help center and claim your free crypto. And let me see here. Bada boom, bada bing. 10 more names, let's go. Shout out to Nick Dunn, 10 more names incoming. Winner number 1, Ace, you just won a giveaway. And Tony, don't drop another one yet. Hold off on it. Zuberdust just won. Tony, hold off. Hold off for a second. Hold off. Premium Mindset, you just won. Tony, hold off. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Tony, put slow mode on. Just put slow mode on the chat. I can't find it for some reason. I'm completely. Oh, never mind. I got it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we got slow mode on so people can see a little bit better, but I'll read those 4 names real quick. We got Ace just won. We got Gears of Crypto won. Shout out to you, man. You got some free crypto. Shout out to Zuberdust. Shout out to you, man. Free crypto in your pocket. Premium Mindset is the next one. And that is 4. We got a couple more here. All right, Tony, you can start dropping them again. Come on, baby. Come on. I want to win. Let's go. Shout out to Francis. Francis Lloyd, you just won some free crypto. Let's get it, baby. This might just be easiest for me to just like announce people's live. This is like the same thing as what we did last time. I'm just not clicking the button. Let's see. I lost all my money this week. Could use the giveaway. Shout out to Abdullah. Let's go, man. We're rooting for you. I want a sandwich. Shout out to Dr. MTG. We may start giving away sandwiches on the live stream. We may have to do it. Super slow mode on. Yeah, let's go. You're the best. After me. Shout out to Phil. Let's go, baby. Hey. Let's see. Yo, King Enzo said I'm poor. Let's see. Slow mode seems faster than before. Can I have my mustard back, Frankie? Shout out to Black Ice. Let's go. DMB Smurf. Yo, shout out to DMB Smurf, bro. You've been here forever, man. You deserve this. Some free Cardano in your pocket. Hit that free Discord. Go to the giveaway. Go to the help center and claim your prize. King Enzo said, I like winning. So do I, bro. So do I. Shout out to Abdullah. Said, shout out to you, my guy. I always enjoy your shows. Shout out to Abdullah. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for saying that. Yo, Gene said I'm even poorer. Did I win the autographed Frankie Candles inhaler? No, that's we're saving that. That's like gonna be like the giveaway of a century right there. We're gonna have to sell that on eBay. Shout out to Spaceland. You just won a free giveaway. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's see. I'm used to never winning. Shout out to CJ. I am really bad at winning stuff too. I don't think I've ever won a giveaway or a raffle in my life. Ever. I never win that stuff. I don't know why. I probably don't play enough. That's probably why. Let's see. I'm so unlucky. We only have one, and that's when the live only 100 of us. Shout out to Michael Stanley. I don't know if I understand that. Shout out to David Gelfan. Shout out to David. You just won some free Cardano. We know you're in here, bro. Congratulations. I only win the liquidation game. Shout out to I don't even know who said that. Yeah, liquidation game. That a lot of people win the liquidation game. It's a popular game to win. Frankie inhaler in a jar. Yo, I always win. Shout out to DB. Let's get it. Hat for Gen Z. Hashtag hat for Gen Z. Shout out to Breen Duncan. Shout out to you, bro. You just won some free Cardano. Let's go, baby. Liquidation game strong. I think that's what that's supposed to say. I won 3 times in one show once. Pennywise. Is that true? Is Pennywise the new Lucho? The sauce is better than the Ada. Hey, that's the thing. The free sauce we give on the show is worth an infinite amount of Cardano. That is for sure. Yo, Retro Mike Tech said Nightbot has a vendetta against me. Nightbot does sound like an evil robot. I'm not going to lie. I met my wife 25 years ago. All the win I need. Shout out to Lazarus. I like that, bro. I like that. Day Digital in the chat. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. And we got taking care of business. Yo, congratulations, bro. You've been super active lately, so shout out to you, man. Congrats on the free Cardano. Hit that Discord, go to the giveaway center, and claim your free prize. Inhaler time. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Dab and Flow. That's crazy, bro. Let's see. Friday Night Trump Pump. She's still pumping? Or is he still pumping, I should say. I'm invisible. Shout out to Elite Ways EZ. What is going on, Elite Ways? You are not invisible. We see ya. We see ya. Shout out to Nick Dunn. You just won a giveaway. Let's go. Congratulations. This is more chaos than I even thought. Let's see. But we thrive on chaos here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. It is our fuel. Let me win. Shout out to Kodan. At night with the Nightbot. Frankie Candles at night with the Nightbot. Shout out to Mr. Blake. I divorced my wife 4 years ago. That's worth some Cardano. Shout out to Swag Vibe. Yo, Beard says, none of this bear with me. It's bull with me. What do I win? Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, bull with me. I should never say bear with me in a bull market. That's right. At dinner and we still dumping. Shout out to Dave Digital. Yeah, she's looking a little suspicious here, Dave. She's looking a little suspicious here. She's trying to get back above that value area low, but she is, I don't know, that daily money flow is really the biggest. And there's that daily red dot, guys. That is not what we want to see. That is not what we want to see here, that daily red dot. Yikes. 2-day red dot? Not yet. Not yet. But if that daily red dot stays there or confirms, we could potentially see that 2-day red dot. Yes, Tony, that is, yup. Thank you for that, Tony. I appreciate you. Christmas special. Shout out to Dweb. Donald Dump. Tony.fun. Yo, this is crazy. 10 more winners, Tony. Shout out to Hollywood. P-Dub said you forgot me. Nightbot already out to liquidate me on the giveaway. Shout out to Dwayne Hooper. But yeah, this is, hopefully we don't get that 2-day red dot. Remember, guys, we do have the 2-day bearish divergence, the 5-day bearish divergence, 6-day bearish divergence. Those are printing. Weekly bearish divergence printing as well. This is about to confirm. If we don't pump this weekend, guys, this weekly bearish divergence may confirm. Now, again, this isn't as nasty as the last one that we had, but could potentially give us more downside. Watch that daily money flow. Looking to cross over into the red, guys. If this crosses into the red, I would be very cautious of those lower levels that we looked at in the beginning of the stream. Hopefully we don't have to go down there, but you guys now have all the key levels that I'm looking at, as well as the local levels where we'll be looking for those trades locally if we get back above this value area low, as we are attempting to hold. Again, I don't know how high probability it is to get that to actually play out, but once we break, if we are able to break back down below here, guys, I would be very, very cautious of that bigger drop to the downside. Real doorway to 100,800 and potentially lower is going to be the 7-8 or yeah, no, I'm sorry. 100,800 is our value area high of the macro range, and I will tell you this: if we do not bounce here, we talked about this in the beginning of the stream, so just scroll to the beginning of the, or scrub to the beginning of the stream if you missed this. But if we get that drop here and we do not get the bounce off the golden pocket, this 786 is, again, I don't know if we're going to hold it, but this is our last line of defense before we wind up seeing that 97.4 POC, which, again, is a very key level of support. I will be looking for bounces down there. But if you missed the Bitcoin TA, scrub to the beginning of the stream. We went over everything, the high time frames, the low time frames, all that sauce on Bitcoin. But with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. Shout out to everybody who won a giveaway. Hit that Discord if you want to give away. Go to the Help Center to claim your free prize. We're going to send you a little bit of Cardano. Shout out to T-Top said, if there is anyone that doesn't need the giveaway, you can pass it to me, please. Shout out to T-Top. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, guys, shout out to all the winners, guys. Thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to Golden for getting those 50 Frankie Candles memberships. And we'll see what happens if Bitcoin gets a crazy move. Maybe I'll update you guys over the weekend. But if not, go out there and touch some grass. You don't have to catch every single trade. Don't you worry. Let's see. Shout out to Jesse said, no, this isn't the time, Frankie. Jesse, not the time for what? Not the time for what? What do we do? But yeah, guys, with all that being said, that is all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I will see you guys on Monday, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If something crazy happens, I will keep you guys updated with a market update. But yeah, until then, go touch some grass, guys. Bitcoin will be here when you get back on Monday. But with all that being said, that's all the time we got. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Coach, what's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving it energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close, I've been up at the top now. down, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
I accidentally hit the intro button, but I forgot who said it. Somebody said 3 hour. Oh, Jesse said 3 hour fake out, Frankie. So welcome back to the 3 hour fake out, guys. I'm just kidding. I actually have somewhere to be. So I do got to hop out of here, guys. But we did do that. Shout out to anybody who was in that record-breaking stream the other night. Almost 4 hours live with the Mafia. Mrs. Candles was sick, so we just hung out. It was super fun. We're probably going to do some more stuff like that, just like chill live streams where we're just kind of hanging out, looking at the charts, maybe trading. Head in the Clouds by Vic Sage. Yeah, that is the name of that song. But guys, go have a great weekend. Be safe out there. And I will see you guys all on Monday right here. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to all the winners. Shout out to all the super chatters. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you guys next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run